What's going on, guys?
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Woo-wee! 43 people in class already. You guys coming in class? Very nice. How you doing, Missy? How you doing, Sorrow? Shro? How do you say that? Harry, how you doing? It's good to see the green names in the chat. We had a bunch of gifted, like, the last two streams. So there's probably a lot of green names popping up. How you doing, Smee? Just got your heated gloves. Were you the one that was talking about that last week? About wanting to keep your hands warm? Just passed your MSF class. Looking forward to being a saver. Nice, NA. Not applicable. Yeah, so like today we're going to be going over 4. Oh, it wasn't you. Yeah, some people were talking about that. So I'm glad you got heated gloves. So keep your hands nice and warm. So today we got 4 videos to do. We're going to switch over from Moto Stars to Kaos Riders. I've been watching a few of them. A few of the Kaos Riders. He actually adds commentary. So it's actually really nice. We're just going to kind of go off of some of his information when it comes to that. Kind of like a dual purpose after action review. So it's pretty cool. So we're going to be doing that. This last week, what did I do this last week? Shoot. Let me look at my schedule. Usually that's how I do things. I went to Medieval Times. So if you guys are following me on Instagram, you'll see that I went to Medieval Times. That was a lot of fun. We had Thanksgiving. It was a nice Thanksgiving dinner and everything. So I got to hang out with some people. No, you're on the right stream, John. And then I cleaned the bathrooms at church on Sunday. So yeah, there was that. And so it was a lot of fun. And then this weekend I will be filming. What was it tomorrow? Today I got some stuff later today. Tomorrow I'm gonna be doing yoga. That's gonna be fun. Instead of swimming, I'll be doing yoga. I haven't done yoga in public ever, so that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be sore. Saturday I'll be filming some Smart Rider drills and games. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I talked about that last week, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. And then Saturday, possibly film some more. If not, just kind of like relax and probably do some editing. The Academy courses are going well. I think, what was it? Unit 1, 2, 3. This is gonna be 4. So 5 and 6 are after this weekend. 5 and 6 are the only things that need to be left or need to be filmed, and those are the rescue and then the mentorship. So most of the stuff is done. Just got to edit, make it nice and neat for all of you, and then I'll be able to launch the Academy. I'm hoping first quarter 2025, and then from there working on the book. I have some pivots on some things that I like to do. It's like I'm super excited about making the Smart Rider drills into like a game. So I'm looking up some things for like playing cards and all this other stuff. Instead of books, it'd be like shipping out cards. I think that'd be kind of fun. So I got really into like board games and like game nights, and yeah. And I'm like, yeah. So there's just like a lot of stuff. And then in the Academy, part of what I'm doing, since it's like a membership, is that it's going to be a weekly competition, weekly or monthly competition. I got to figure that out because I do want to have cash prizes, and then also gifting to the winners, like booklets and stuff like that. So I definitely want to put into games because so this weekend, just to give you guys a little heads up, the goal of this weekend, she doesn't know this. She just knows that we're going to be filming. So 17-year-old, she has taken the MSF, but that was in July, and that was the first time ever riding a motorcycle, and she hasn't ridden one since. So what was that, 5 months? 5 months now. And the goal is to just show up and play the game, the Smart Rider game. I have like a game rule set, just like if you're showing up to game night and you read the rules before you start playing. You obviously do like, like the first game is a practice one, and then you kind of get into it, or you learn as you go, whatever it is. So the goal is to just play the game. And it's like, well, like what are the cards? How do you play the game? Like in a board game, it's like, well, here's friction zone, here's throttle control, here's how you turn the motorcycle. Like that's the learning while we're playing. And the goal for me, I really want to see, and I truly believe it will work. The goal is to have her focus on just completing the game without her knowing that she's learning how to ride a motorcycle. So that's the fun. That's like the underlying, not expectation, but that's the underlying achievement. Because then like you play the game, let's say for an hour, like doing drills, and then at the end, it's like, hey, at the beginning you barely could do friction zone, but look at you now. You're doing like U-turns, figure eights, and you're able to ride around. You know all the friction zone. You know throttle control. You know how to turn the motorcycle. It's like you do realize you can now ride a motorcycle, right? You see what I mean? And you can, with the games, and since the beginning, I made it in a way that you can do it in like like the street, like in a neighborhood or a cul-de-sac or like in a parking lot or wherever you have room. But it's like, let's say you're a dad and you ride a motorcycle, but you want your kids to get into motorcycles. So let's say they're 10. You obviously can't ride a motorcycle. But if you have like an e-bike or like a small little dirt bike, because you got them a little dirt bike, or they're on a bicycle, just bring 10 cones to the cul-de-sac at the end of the street or into a parking lot, and they can ride their bicycle and do the games and see if you can beat them on your motorcycle while they race and do their best on a bicycle. And guess what? The underlying thing there is that you're spending time with your kid. So like that's kind of like, that's how it started. And I have some older pictures when I was doing that with my kids, my stepkids. And it was just a fun thing to do. And then who knows, like they might look at you and be like, I want to get a motorcycle now too. And then you just like slowly bring them into the motorcycle journey by having fun playing a game. I think it's a lot different than going to, the MSF, or because that's honestly that's a good thing too, because then they provide you motorcycles and 2 days of on motorcycle instruction and whatnot. But the goal is to pass all 14 exercises and the test so you can get your endorsement. My goal is to have fun, play a game, and at the end of it, you know how to ride a motorcycle. And then if you want to go to the DMV and just do that little parking lot exercise of a U-turn, emergency braking, swerve, whatever it is that you have to do, the straight line weave for your state or country, it's like you kind of already know how to do that. You know what I mean? And plus, for me, like, I like to gamify things. So if I'm playing a game, I just get better at whatever the underlying skill is. So that's what I'm doing this Saturday. That's kind of like what the goal is for me. And I'm going to be filming the whole process of her just playing the game. And that's going to be in the academy. And then who knows? She might be like, because once, like how you play like a game on easy mode and you're like, this is easy. I want to put it up to medium. I want to put it to hard. I want to put it to like impossible, because you get better and better, but you love the game. It's like the start is with the Smart Rider games is, well, I'm going to play the game on easy. So the easy exercises and whatnot. It's like, well, I want to take the next challenge. It's a ride in the neighborhood. We're already in the neighborhood. So it's a ride around the neighborhood. Well, what's the next challenge? Because they get bored of that. I want to go ride on the street. I want to ride in the mountains. I want to ride on the interstate. You see how it just kind of progresses naturally. And then with the plan method, you have a strategy. With the games, you have a strategy to just kind of get into it. So that's where I'm at. How you guys doing? I would have sent in a video, except you wanted my phone number. When was that? I don't accept stuff. Then I like to think of gear, right? Think of gear as like, well, these are like the things that you would want to get so you can play the game better. Right at the end, it wanted my phone number to proceed for. What sign-up form are you using? Because I don't have a sign-up form to send in videos. Or at least not anymore. I don't think I ever asked for phone numbers. So, guys, we're going to get started. 72 of you in class. We're going to go over some crashes and close calls to figure out what we can do better. Let's get 72 likes in the stream. Let's get that going. Turned off ads for these live streams, but we're doing 4 videos. Trying to enter the Discord. Yeah, because that one is just a verification thing. I don't really get on Discord at all anymore. That's kind of like a fan thing. You guys have fun in there. The moderators and the admin over there take care of that. I don't get on it. I just have a lot of other stuff I got to focus on. I used to be on it all the time. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, we're gonna go over 4 crash and close calls. 2 of these will go on Saturday, Sunday. Well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I think another one will just go out on Wednesday. We'll try that out. From Ireland, how you doing? You sold your sweet baby 250 to a young girl who passed her MSF, and Tuesday bought a brand new CBR 500R. Nice. Nice. Good. That's awesome. Well, Smee has a CBR 500R. You guys chat in the chat. It's kind of the same thing, just one's an R. Yeah, we're gonna get into this. And then I gotta focus on other stuff. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. A little tired today, but we're gonna make it work. We have 4 videos. We're gonna try to power through a lot of these things. We're gonna utilize. So let's go ahead and before I hit record. So Kaos Riders does things a little different. He does show crashes and close calls. We're gonna see some of the same stuff, and I'm probably gonna get some comments on that when the videos go out. But he adds his own commentary, and it kind of provides a little bit of what I say. So I don't have to say as much of that. I can focus more on the how to prevent versus he explains what happened sometimes. I'd like to kind of shift away from explaining exactly what happened. I'll just kind of follow that or have my own opinion about it and then talk about how to prevent it. So let's go and just watch like the first clip.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Kaos video. Our first clip starts off with the rider that was going well over 100. He tried to slow down during the turn.
Well over 100, but it looks like it's kilometers an hour.
Coming in way too fast.
Way too fast, going a little fast. I say that all the time. I think we've seen this one before. This one looks sped up, 62 miles. We've talked about this one before, and we kind of talked about the side of the vehicle on that. So sometimes he talks. Let's see, sun in the eyes, turning left. This person's gonna come into our lane, or we're gonna low slide. Yeah, so we've seen this one.
Yeah, crashed it. No.
There goes our shoe.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm curious, that does look like Arizona or Nevada. He's got a little horn. Oh, ran a red. That would have sucked if we got rear-ended.
Keep your eyes on the rider up ahead.
See right here, he's talking.
This rider looked away for just a split second, but it was enough for this to happen.
We're gonna go over this. I'm just like showing you guys kind of like what the aesthetic is of it. So he talked about like not paying attention, and then that's kind of what happened. So KS Riders tells you what sometimes, like some of the clips, what happened, and then it takes a lot from me not having to say what happened unless it's something I want to like change up, but then I can focus on how to prevent that, right? So when we talk about, you know, the MTC awareness stages, planning our ride, focusing up front, I can then focus mainly on like the awareness of stuff. So let's go ahead and just kind of get started on some of this. But I think it'd be a good shift. And also, MotoStars hasn't put out a new video in 8 days. We caught up to MotoStars. Hey, thank you for 2 years. Oh my gosh, how long have I been doing this? So MotoStars haven't been putting out some stuff. So I wonder if there's like less crashes and close calls happening. Like we caught up to them. This is the 41st live stream of the year. So I haven't been exactly consistent every week. I've taken some breaks here and there, but yeah, 41 live streams, roughly. Let's round it off to 40. Let's say average 3 videos a week. 120 videos just doing this. Isn't that nuts? Isn't that nuts? And I have, let's see. Yeah, I've only been keeping track, at least on this one, since August. All right, guys, we're going to jump into this one. Hit that like button. There's 80 of you in class. Let's see if we can hit 80 likes before the end of this video. If you're in the chat and you see like the numbers come up, every now and then just say, hey, guys, hit the like button. That'd be really cool so I can say less of that. There is still a sale going on with Cardo. Right now, 25% off. Basically up to anything, like up to 25% off of everything in the store. I don't think the Pro is on sale. I don't think they give that very much a discount. They don't do that. So right now is the last day. So click the link in the description to get 25% off. It's pinned at the top of the chat. But today, what I'll be doing, since these videos will be going out after the sale ends, I'll be just saying, hey guys, it's 30% off in my store too. So 30% off in my store. We're doing the drills. Let's go ahead and get. Also, yesterday I decided to practice lefty loosey, righty tighty, and 2-pole run as like sprinting drills in the grass. Man, that was exhausting. Kind of like cone drills, like when you're in like basketball or football or whatever, in PE or whatever, like in a practice for a team, you have to do cone drills, like suicide drills. I was using the cone drills as sprinting. So like I had to do like 3 left turns and all that stuff and like try to go as fast as I can. After 10 minutes, I was done. Exactly, Solid Snake. Temecula. Ooh, haven't been there in a while. All right, guys, we're going to jump into this. This is a Kaos. Oh, I got to hit start. Oh, shoot. It's already going to. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. LMCI Dumpster, and it just cut off right there. Let's see if I can. LMCI Dumpster Dave with 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. 6 new members today. Welcome, DJ, also, for just doing it on your own. Everyone here is getting some. We're gonna have a bunch of green names in the chat today. That's awesome. I love seeing that. It's only $1 if you want to join. It's up to you. It's the only. I don't have a Patreon anymore. So this is like the only membership, and then once the academy goes, that's gonna be my new membership that I'm gonna be focusing on. So we're gonna jump into this one. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman. We're gonna be jumping into this Kaos Riders video, but there's 30% off everything in my store. But if you want to grab the Smart Rider drills, this is the digital one. You can put it on your handlebars, practice some slow speed parking lot practice. See how fast you can do it. But we're going to jump into this. We're going to talk about crashes and close calls.
Welcome to another Kaos video.
Kaos Riders.
With the rider that was going well over 100.
Talks during this.
The turn, but he was still coming in way too fast.
So he was going in way too fast. Thank you, Kaos Riders, for putting that out there. We're going way too fast. I think it's 100 kilometers per hour. Went a little bit too wide in the corner and then hit the guardrail. Now, a lot of people think like, hey, it's not that fast, but it's all based on your skill set with your cornering skill set. So I mean, it's just that's really what it is. If the corner is really sharp and your skill set is really only good for like easy corners, something like this can happen. So it's always really good to do slow look, press, and roll getting into the corner. And this is just an old MSF thing. So if you learn this in class, that's great. But you're going to slow down before the turn. You're going to look through the turn. You're going to press to initiate the counter steering to get through the turn. And you're going to roll on the throttle when your nose is pointed out. You don't want to roll into the throttle, your nose pointing into the corner, because the corner is a corner. When you roll on the throttle, you go fast in a straight line. If there's a corner, you're going fast in a straight line, you go a little wide and you crash. Okay, so we're going to 92 kilometers per hour at this point. And so what you want to be doing is planning your ride. So position for safety, you locate that corners are sometimes hazardous. So you're assessing if it's actually a relevant threat. So if it's too sharp of a corner, it's a relevant threat. You're going too fast, you are the relevant threat. So how do you navigate that? Either roll off the throttle, slow it down, learn trail braking as another skill set that you can do while you're in the corner. But do whatever you can. A lot of it is preemptive. So you want to slow down before so that you can maybe add some more later. It's a lot easier to add some. Also utilize, and I don't have my pen out, so we're going to go ahead and try to bring that out. You want to utilize your focal vision, so that target fixation that we always blame for problems, it's just another skill set. So just like rolling on more throttle is a skill, braking slow or fast is a skill, using your vision is a skill. So you want to be focused on your turn here. Now, this is what I like to do when I'm going through corners, because I also want to watch out for any road surface hazards, is that I go from here, I scan up here, it's like, cool, there's my corner, and then I look right here real quick with my focal vision, no road surface hazards, cool. Well, I'm still traveling, right? I'm still traveling through the corner. Then I go back to here, then I go to here, then I go back to here, and then I go to here, because I'm traveling, right? So I'm constantly ratcheting basically my vision. So corner in front of me for road surface hazards, corner, road surface hazards, corner, road surface hazards. That's what I'm doing through corners on a motorcycle, in a car, all those different things, even walking. So we go a little too wide. So at this point, let's say we were good here with the slow look, press, and roll. Now that our nose is pointed where we want to go, that's when you roll on the throttle. But once again, if you catch yourself in a situation like this, don't look forward here. That's your target fixation, looking where you want to go. You're going to go off-road. Focus here and really be aggressive in your turn. Be aggressive that you need to get out of this terrible situation, because right now you're aiming towards here. You want to aim your bike towards here. So you kind of have to be aggressive in this emergency situation. So this is definitely a red stage where we need to get ourselves out of it. So if we do crash, you know, our hands are going to get torn up. Thankfully, we have a motorcycle jacket. We have a helmet. I think we have pants and boots. Looks like we do have pants, but we don't have gloves, so our hands might be damaged a little bit. And as a smart rider, we acquire and use all personal protective equipment. So we're going to pause this real quick because we do see some road surface hazards. It does look like it's sped up. Part of planning is locating, once again, those hazard situations. So watching out for any braking problems, accelerating problems. It's basically a traction problem that we could have when it comes to water. So there is, right there, the side of the vehicle, that is a pattern. So we locate it if it's a hazard situation. We have to assess if it's going to be a threat. And the only way it's really going to be a threat for us is if it's in our lane. Right now, it's not a threat. But if it becomes a threat, we have to navigate out of it. So decent little swerve. Very good. So intersection. Okay, watch out for anybody coming left. Going to hit you. Good job with the head check. Good job with the head check. It's a green light. Okay, so we lost traction. So we accelerated a little bit too hard through the corner. Just take it nice and easy. It's almost like that first corner video where we accelerated, but we went wide. This one, we lost traction and fell down. So what you want to do when you get through here, nice and easy through the corner and the turn. And then when you're finally, because he's about to crash, when you're finally like right here and your nose is pointed where you want to go, not into the bridge, but, you know, down the road, that's when you can accelerate, because you're not gonna lose traction if you're going straight unless you really gun it, which is kind of hard because you're gonna have traction going straight. When you're in the corner, you need traction to turn. So if you accelerate hard in that turn, you're gonna use a lot of traction for the acceleration. So you're gonna run out of traction to do it. Think of it when you're running around. I was doing the Smart Rider drills as sprinting exercises yesterday, and when I was going around one of the cones, I didn't just increase my speed to go around the cone. I had to slow it down just a little bit to get around the cone and then accelerate when I was going towards the next cone. Same thing with motorcycles, same thing with cars, same thing with this. You want to wait until you're almost in a straight line to really give it that acceleration. All right, nice little horn. Wear some gear. It's a red light. Cool. We're going to slow it down, decelerate, progressive braking, engine braking, downshifting. Watching out for idiots like that. Thankfully, we didn't get hit. Thankfully, that kid in the stroller, like the mom wasn't going, right, off to the right. Scary situation, but if they did hit you, this is why we wear full gear, just in case.
Keep your eyes on the rider up ahead, because this rider looked away for just a split second.
Okay.
It was enough for this to happen.
So we looked away for a split second. So inattentional, right? So we talk about the MTC awareness stages. Maybe we're zoned out. Let's see what happens here. So it's a red light. We're slowing down. Okay, it's green for us now. We can go. He's doing a quick head check. Oh, couldn't see. So a little inattention, getting close, but also when it comes to hazards at night, look, it's like kind of hard to see these people. Let's go back just a little bit more. You see how it's hard to pick out people? All you see are the lights. This is why positioning for safety and paying attention ahead and be like, okay, that's where the person is. I need to be off to the right a little bit more. He starts moving that way. So a little bit of inattention. Thankfully, it's just a close call. We can learn from that. So pay attention. Stick a little bit more. Why did that guy stop? Because it was a red light. We just ran a red light. You see that? Yeah, that's the big one right there. We actually ran the red light. So the guy was doing the right thing by stopping. And this is why you talk on your cardos. Right now, on the live stream, there's a 25% off discount. You guys see in this video afterwards. It's kind of over. But you can get 10% off with the link in the description. But this is why you guys talk to each other and be like, hey, I hit the red light. I'm stopping. A lot of different things that can happen. But thankfully, nobody got hurt. Let's learn from it. Yeah, music. This dude signals to slow down, and then, okay. Ooh, not wearing much gear. Hopefully we're not going to get road rash. Oh, good job with the swerve. So was paying attention. Definitely was paying attention there. So the other guy signals to slow down. So is he taking photos? Yeah, it looks like he's, like they're getting photos. Ooh. So why do we have to slow down, right? We're just kind of riding in our lane. The guy should stay in his lane. So the guy pushed out into our lane because he wanted to get some really cool footage, some knee downs going super fast, all that stuff. So at this point, when it comes to planning, we're in a somewhat a bad position because we're going to go head on with this person. We're in our lane. It's their fault. We located this is a hazardous situation. It is a relevant threat. We have to navigate this active threat. And so what we're going to be doing is finding our escape path, which is going to be off to the right. And we're just going to move lane positions. So good job with the swerve. Handled it. But this is why you need to pay attention, because if it comes up to you, you're not paying attention, you're going to run into that person. So this is why it's so important to also not speed, also pay attention, and then get yourself out of there. So good job on this rider. Wear some gear just in case your attention skills fail. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good swerve. We've seen this one. I think he barely touches. There you go. He barely touches the fence. He gets a little angry.
What are you doing, bro?
We don't need to do that part because we focus mainly on this. So let's go back to this. We're going to try to power through some of these because I recognize it's 9 minutes already. So we're coming up to here. We have a left turner. So recognized, we have to escape. Found the escape. And now we're going to get off into here. So instead of hitting a pole, we got very lucky that we actually had an escape path. It did a little bit of a high side, fell off, and then hit the fence. Okay, so good job avoiding a crash. Also, instead of like really instigating and escalating it more, just take a picture of their license plate, send the cops the videos or the insurance to your videos and be like, hey, it's not my fault. Hopefully you can get whatever damage paid for. All right, so group ride going through here, having some fun. What do we got here? Oh, a little wheelie. So what do you think is going to happen here? So high skill, high risk. For me, it's a low reward, but a lot of people think it's fun to do this, so it's a high reward for them. Since it's not a high reward for me, I don't do it. So there's the dump, and there's the crash. So my concern here when it comes to the Smart Rider principles is that we want to rescue people, is that first I'm going to remain calm, ensure your own safety. ZTX, exactly. His coccyx, which is your tailbone, possibly broken. That sucks. Stopping major bleeds. So when he does this, we talk about mechanism of injury. So he's going to go ahead and hit his tailbone really hard, hit his left arm, hit his back, and then his head, I don't think it actually fell back all the way and cracked on the ground. But it's good that he has a helmet just in case. But he's sliding, so we're going to get road rash on those hands if he doesn't have gloves. It's probably still going to get some thermal transfer, so think of a bad rug burn on those hands. So you're still going to get like probably a level 1 burn, first-degree burn. But hopefully the rest of his body's fine. But you see his left knee just now hits the ground. This is why we wear full gear, because you have knee armor. His ankle, the side of his ankle, that's why there's armor for the ankles in motorcycle boots. So yeah, wear gear if you're going to be taking these higher risks, just so that you can get back up and not be hurt.
Be risky no matter how careful you are, because drivers are definitely not watching out for riders coming down the middle.
Exactly. So lane splitting, you're going to have some issues with anybody wanting to switch lanes like that. And then we're going to dump the bike. Well, the bike wants to keep going. We're going to fall down. So exactly what, not Motostars, I'm sorry, Kaos Riders. Exactly what Kaos Riders said is that people are not going to be paying attention. So what they want to do, since they're not paying attention, they might collide with you, is that if you see these big open gaps where a car could switch over, just be a little more careful. Keep the hands on the brakes, and then just always anticipate that somebody's going to be switching over. You're taking a risk getting in front of people doing lane splitting or lane filtering. That this right here, I mean, you're already traveling faster than everyone. It's okay to slow down and let somebody in because you're already beating everybody behind you. So I take it as a trade-off where it's riskier to do this, but just in case it happens. See that big gap right there? That's what I'm concerned about. So yeah, Kaos Riders, it definitely is a little bit more risky.
Whoa.
I think we saw this one a little while back. So it's really good, and I mentioned this last time, is that when you watch a car go over, see how high the water goes over the car, because then you can anticipate how high it's going to get on you. Also, stay on the road. Don't think like, well, I'm going to go ahead and do this and then get back on the road. Well, there's no road here. This is all mud. So stay on the road. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, hey guys, it's time to turn around. But go nice and easy. Keep speed. If you go too slow, you're going to just fall over and lose some traction. Keep a little bit of speed. I would say about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Just cruise through it. Lift your feet up. First or second gear. Call it a day.
Are we doing this right now?
If it's too deep, don't do it.
Go ahead, man.
Some of the lower bikes might have an issue with this.
No.
So got a little squirrely on that. Fell down. Running water. If you're going too fast or too slow, especially if you're going too fast, you're going to hydroplane a little bit.
Watch out.
You want to keep some speed.
My bike's on me.
So his bike's on him. He's pretty good. Let's get the bike off. He's just going to be a little wet. Not a big deal. But yeah, that's how I would handle that water situation. If it's too deep, I'm just going to turn around, find a different route.
It hurts a little.
Oh man, sit
His
down.
leg hurts a little bit. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, a little bit close there.
Had a really close call when he decided to cut across right in front of a vehicle, while the lady in the car was pretty pissed off about it, and she came back to confront him.
Okay, so this right here is kind of the reverse of what we typically see. Usually cars will do that in front of us, and we get pissed off. And then we start blasting and blaming the car driver for doing that. But we just did that as the motorcycle rider. So do you think it's okay for her to say and do whatever it is that she wants to say? It's up to you guys. My point of view is this right here, just kind of slow it down and wait. And if there's cars behind you or whatever, have your blinker on, all that stuff, and then wait for you to turn into there.
Right in front of a vehicle, while the lady in the car...
So you kind of put yourself in that situation. We don't need to really hear about this stuff. Of course, she's going to be a little upset. Everyone's a little upset. She almost killed you, basically, or almost damaged your car, whatever it is that her priorities are. We saw this one. This one's, is this going to be like a longer one again? I did a full after action review on it, so we're going to skip some of it, but
An experience on him.
not much you could have done.
Was riding at night when all of a sudden there's headlights coming straight at her.
Exactly. So there's some headlights coming right at you. They said that right at the end, they did some bull racing and recognized that when something happens like this, you just jump off. I think that's what saved their legs. So there's the jump right at the end before the hit. I did a full after action review on it. Not good. And they fled the scene and whatnot. Broke some bones, having some issues. This is what it looked like. So I did a full after action review if you guys want to see that. It's on my channel.
It's important to wear your gear. So here we have a first-time rider. They had practiced a little bit in a parking lot, and they decided that it's time to take it out on the road.
Very good. Do some smart rider drills. Practice. Oh, a little bit too much throttle. Let's see what happens. No, good job with the friction zone. Sometimes that happens. You have to give it some throttle. You get used to the friction zone throttle control. Very good. Very good. So we gotta stop. So instead of like yelling at each other, one of the cool things is getting a cardo so you can talk to each other. So I highly recommend getting one of those.
We're going that way. Low Larimer.
Okay, very good. I like
While
this.
He was doing okay. Started getting
Practicing.
a little bit of confidence.
Yep,
Then
practicing,
this
getting the feel for the bike. Oh, we have gravel.
You let go of the clutch.
So we stalled. There you go. Don't let go of the clutch again.
Let's go this way.
Oh, a little too much rev bomb. Did he go wide? Did he crash?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So probably revved it too hard off the start and just kind of launched. Yeah. That's what happened. Oh, we are stuck.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, how's it gonna do? 1, 2.
Kind of stuck. So probably revved it up. Remember at the beginning I said, oh, a lot of RPMs. And I was like, okay, cool. Good job with the friction zone. Probably gave it some RPMs, wants to catch up to her buddy, you know, or the buddy and couldn't figure it out, and just like dumped the clutch, which made, with all the RPMs going straight to the back wheel, go straight. Something happens like that if you're not really focusing on the friction zone, and that's why doing the Smart Rider drills is really important, because you practice that friction zone stuff. This happens, but good job with wearing full gear.
Thanks, guys.
Look at these dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
You okay?
That's all that matters.
Turn in.
Well, let's see what he said.
What happened? Do you know what happened? Try to analyze it.
Yeah, I was
Good.
turning. I got off the clutch. I took off too quick. I applied brakes and I slid.
So he probably slammed the brakes at the end and then fell down. That's why he's underneath the guardrail.
It's all right, man.
Yeah.
It's my
just an
fault.
expensive
We weren't
mistake.
ready. We should have gone to the neighborhood. I don't blame you for this.
Good.
Now this is
Yeah, neighborhood riding's great.
what you want to hear when you're on a motorcycle.
Ooh. Good job hearing that and then accelerating. Good job.
All right?
Recognized it. Accelerated out of there. So an escape path does not have to be just swerving or emergency braking, it can be an acceleration to get yourself out of that situation. So good job on this guy for doing that.
Watch out for us.
Is that a dog? There's a dog right there, right next to her neck. So high vis gear still didn't,
You're shaking.
you know.
Oh no, that's my steering wheel. That's my steering.
All right, you look like you're shaking. You scared the shit out of me.
I'm sorry, my damn.
The guy had some quick moves. You're right, Solid Snake. Let's go ahead and move past this one. Let's see what's next.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're coming up to an intersection. Oh, dumped the bike. What was on the road? Because that seemed like a very hard, quick, small patch of mud. So probably turning. Let's see. Probably turned it like normal. That road surface hazard got him. Okay, so watch out for those road surface hazards. That's why positioning for safety is and locating hazard situation, which is that mud. Is it a relevant threat? Well, if I'm going towards it, yes. So I'm going to navigate, just kind of go around it. Put myself in a new position for safety. That's the strategy right there that will get us out of a lot of things. So what do we got here? All right, so we're going to go ahead and make a right. No, we're just kind of doing... Oh, I've seen this one. This guy's going to move over. This is an open lane pattern. I remember because it's a Honda Rebel. Okay, so for those of you that don't know what open lane patterns, we talked about this last week. This is one of the newer videos. Is that this truck is not going to want to be behind that black vehicle. The lane that we're in is moving faster, and so they're just going to switch over. This is why I like riding staggered with other cars. I say that all the time, ride staggered with other cars, just like if we're riding with a group. So if somebody has to swerve, we're not going to get hit. In case somebody has to switch or wants to switch lanes, we're not going to get hit either. See how our lane's moving faster and they move over? That's why I don't like being in blind spots or side by side with other cars or motorcycles. Yeah, and then, if you want to do that, that's fine. Whatever. It's just going to escalate the situation. Well, thank you, Kaos Riders, for this video. We have 3 more on this live stream. So if you guys are wanting to join us on live streams, typically 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on Thursdays is when I do this. We hang out. We have some donuts. We chat, talk about our week, but we go over a lot of these things. I'll be seeing you guys on the next video. Okay, so there's the first one. I like Kaos Riders. He doesn't say too much, but once again, some of these are already like, we've already seen some of these because we've been doing some of the Motostars ones. But it's still good. It's still good. We're going to have to, if we're going to switch fully, let me know what you guys think. You guys like Kaos Riders or Motostars more? I might have to keep jumping back and forth. Who knows? With how much we see the middle finger salute, surprised we have a biker wave for our channel reports. Yeah, exactly. I kind of want to do like a thumbs down one instead of the middle finger. 66 of you have signed into class. The other 50 of you, because there's 116 that I see, you guys can't get donuts. You guys can't get donuts unless you sign into class. That's the only way you get some donuts. Sorry. You have to sign that you are in class, because then I know how many donuts I'm supposed to be bringing. Okay. I'm working out. Dan, don't tempt me. I know I'm working out too. I have gone on, I was doing carnivore for up until my Spartan race, and then a little bit after the Spartan race, and then once Thanksgiving happened, I'm like, I'm going to start adding carbs in so I can start I'm going to run instead of just work out and whatnot and get super lean. I've only gained like a pound from the carbs, getting some glycogen back in the muscles, but my workouts have gotten a lot better. So I'm on a taco diet. I went and got 3 pounds of pollo cooked and chopped up for me, and I got like a pack of tortillas, and I just have tacos for lunch and dinner. And protein shakes and a few other things. I'll eat a little extra chicken, but it's been working out pretty good, You missed the longer beard. I like the shorter one. Like, in fact, this is almost like a little too long right now. Like, I like to keep it nice. The longer beard was a lot of fun to do. Definitely was a lot of fun to do. But it made me look like a little hobo, just a little bit. Just a little bit. How you doing, ZTK? Exactly. Not signing into class is like forgetting to clock into work. And there's 120 of you, at least that I see, and there's only 71 of you actually like clocking into work. So we got 3 more videos. We're going to power through those. Let's see what this first one looks
Guys,
like.
hope you guys are enjoying your day. We got
going
a
pretty
lot
fast
of
there.
crashes on this one. A lot of crazy close calls. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's check out today's chaos.
Okay, going a little fast, going 200, get some speed wobbles. Ooh, got a little lucky. Okay. Oh, we got some fast here too. Going 70 miles an hour. Got a turn coming up. Ooh, sharp turn. Slowed it down to 59. Oh, slammed the front brake.
Now, at the time, this rider was inexperienced. So if we go back
Okay.
and look at it a little bit slower, you can see that he grabbed the front brake, causing
Oh.
him to go down.
Very nice. So I like that Chaos Riders actually points that out. He does his own little after actions on that. Very nice. Yeah, I grew it out. I did a yeared. It's the year beard. I was going to go for a 2-year beard back in the day. Doesn't work out well when you're eating yourself to death, basically, and you have this really nasty looking beard. And so getting in shape and then cutting it feel a lot better. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead. Somebody actually bought a challenge coin and a DDF crew glove holder that I got to ship out today. So we're going to jump into this one and hit that record button in 3, 2. What is up, everybody? Danny the Fireman. We're going to go over this Chaos Riders video so we can go over some crashes and close calls to figure out what happened. This is an educational video. We're going to go over the plan method, how to avoid a lot of these crashes and close calls. And so hopefully we don't do it ourselves. But if you want to practice in a parking lot and you want to practice slow speed skills, the drill booklet and everything on the store, including the DDFM Crew challenge coin, is 30% off. Check it out. Links in the description. Use the discount code.
What's going
Let's
on?
get
guys?
into this.
Hope you guys are enjoying your day. We got
I am
a lot
enjoying
of
my day of
crashes on
Chaos
this
Riders.
one. A lot
Oh.
of crazy close calls. Hope you
Very
guys
good. We're going
enjoy it.
200
Check out
something
today's chaos.
kilometers an hour. We're going through a corner, and we got some speed wobbles. Oof. Whoa, ZTKRC gifted 20 members. We're going to have a lot of people showing up here. Thank you so much for 20 memberships. So we're going kind of fast. We're going 70. We're down to 59, so 60. There's a sharp turn coming up ahead. You see that? Oh, dump the bike. Why did we dump the bike so quickly? Probably smashed that front brake because we're going a little too fast. Brady,
Now,
look at all these
this rider
people.
was inexperienced. So if we go back and look at it a little bit slower, you can see that he grabbed the front brake,
Oh.
causing him to go down.
There it is. Thank you, Chaos Riders, for confirming that. So that's what's going to happen if we're going too fast in the corner. Now, think of it kind of like in a psychological way, right? Going too fast is like, oh, no, I need to slow down really quick because I'm going really fast. So we slam that front brake instead of do progressive braking. Progressive braking, nice and smooth, nice and easy, slowing down before the turn so we're not having to slam the brakes too hard, finding that middle ground with our skill set. Because if we get to a point where we're like this inexperienced, right? Look at all these people. We're gonna have 20 people show up. Thank you so much. We're gonna grab that front brake and slam it. So this is why we need to really pay attention to our speed
Grab the front brake,
and not
causing him
worry
to
too
go
much.
down.
Because once you slam that front brake, sometimes even with ABS will help out with that. But if we slam it, it's gonna lock up that front tire and it's gonna start sliding. Think of it as you running, like you're running on wet grass, or you're just even running on grass. Let's say you don't even have cleats, just regular shoes, and you're running, and you immediately stop both legs. Like you sprint and you stop both legs immediately. You're gonna fall forward. You're just gonna fall down. Or you're gonna be running super fast and you're gonna kind of slow down, putting your feet down multiple times. That's kind of what ABS is. When we're out on the road, the mistakes that could happen if we don't have ABS is going to be a lot like just stopping right then and there, lose traction, slip and fall. So what we want to do is just slow or go slower so that we can, if for some reason we can apply a little bit of brake, we're not going to fall down. So this is a high risk, a really hard way of finding out losing traction. So this is why we're watching it, so we don't slam that front brake. Oh, left turner, good job. Slowing it down instead of like fighting for the lane. Let's go back just a little bit right here. So this is a typical situation that happens to motorcycle riders and car drivers, but it seems like it happens a lot to motorcycle riders because the cars don't see us. And what we call that is inattentional blindness, is that car drivers are looking for other car drivers. So the brain actually shuts off anything else that they're looking for. And this is why we focus heavily on the MTC awareness stages that we're zoned in because we are looking for other car drivers, motorcyclists, pedestrians, road surface hazards, patterns. We have to stay focused because at the end of the day, if we don't, the higher risk of us crashing and dying is much more than a car, especially if we're not wearing gear, because a car has seatbelts, airbags, roll cages. They have compartments that will take a lot of the impact before it comes to us. So we have to pay attention. They don't really have to as much. So we have to take our safety into consideration. So this happens a lot because of that unintentional blindness. So what is it that we can do as motorcycle riders, car drivers, or anything to pay attention to this? First, don't speed through intersections, okay? Just do the speed limit, maybe even slow it down a little bit more, especially if we're on motorcycles. Cover those brakes, get traction on that front tire by rolling off the throttle. You're going to get some engine braking. The wheel's going to do that. This is the front tire. It's going to do that a little bit. It's going to gain a little more traction. So just drop it like 5 miles an hour or whatever going through an intersection. Speed up afterwards. And then since you're slowing it down, you have that traction. And we have a car here. When he applies that front brake, which you can see his hands right now, applies that front brake, he has traction preloaded, basically. So he's going to slow himself down. He's not going to be able to stop because total stopping distance is probably after the intersection. So he's not going to stop in time, but he's going to slow down enough to buy himself some time to make another split-second decision to swerve. So you can combine multiple red stage maneuvers, okay, where we have to be in action to get yourself out of here. So he's slow. Let's go back just a little bit. That guy just slammed the brakes. So we're coming up to here, not speeding, slows it down. You hear the little skid. We're going 30, slows it down. I'm not going to be able to stop in time, but thankfully I am buying myself some time. And now we're down to 23 miles per hour, and all we have to do is nice little adjustment when it comes to the plan method, right? We locate, assess. We're navigating right now. We're navigating ourselves into a new position for safety, which is off to the left because the car is going right. So we're going to go ahead and swerve left. Got himself out of it. Expertly done. It's not our fault the car turned left in front of us, but it's our responsibility to make sure that we go home tonight. That's it. Now accelerate out of it. Okay, we're coming up to a little turn. We're going to go ahead. Oh, we've seen this one. Gravel, oil, road surface hazard caused that. Hands hurt a little bit, but thankfully we got full gear, except for our shoes.
Now, the rider was okay because he was wearing full gear, and the cause of this one was oil on the road.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kaos Riders. Oil on the road. What I said, we've already reviewed this video, so I know some of you guys are going to say, hey, you already talked about this. So when I reviewed it with MotoStars, my biggest concern here is that when after a rain or even during heavy winds or whatever it is, you're going to get a lot of the gravel, road surface hazard stuff going towards the drain because the road is chambered, whatever you want to call it. It's tilting towards the runoff. So this is where a lot of the debris is. So if you see like gutters and stuff like this, or even curbs that have this aspect, I like to position myself off a little bit more to the left and stay away from this because this is where a lot of that stuff accumulates. He didn't slam the brakes like that first guy. He didn't dump the bike because of that. He dumped the bike because the tire lost traction because of a road surface hazard. It sucks. Sometimes you can't even see that. I'm just kind of pointing out things that I see all the time and what I do when I ride. And so if something like this happens and you couldn't see it, this is why wearing full gear is so important, just in case you're seeking and maintaining is still even there. It's just things happen sometimes. Hey, he's got full gear, those boots. Those are boots.
The rider was okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Very good.
I just slipped out.
Very good. Hopefully the bike is running, does well. Start it back up, push it off to the side, take a look at it. Make sure it's you can ride it home.
When you're on a motorcycle. This rider was on a busy freeway when he had 2 back-to-back close calls.
So real quick, right there. So we're in this lane. We have a nice little Indian Scout, I believe. This car is going to pull out, so that's the open lane. It's open, so they're gonna have that opportunity to do it.
When you're on a motorcycle.
So he flashes. Yeah, you can see the high beam right there, and you can see how the sign is lit up. Yeah, so he's flashing, but it's like that guy is okay to switch lanes. I mean, he's not going to hit anybody. I don't know.
This rider was on a busy freeway when he had 2 back-to-back close calls.
That was not really a close call in my mind. Let's see what the next, he said back-to-back. Let's see what the next one is. Okay, that one, yeah, that one's a close call. So So good job recognizing that. He's in a good position for safety. He's locating hazardous situations. He's assessing, and then he's going to navigate this last one. So that person switched lanes hard, and it's that open lane pattern. He's stuck. This car is stuck behind this big semi. Sees this person here. This lane is moving, so he's going to do a quick little this thing, but not looking. And we're going to be close. So this guy, our rider on the Scout, is going to go ahead and swerve left. Now, at some point, we do need to get into that right lane because it looks like we need to turn right at some point. 1.6 miles, roughly around the 2 mile mark. I'll just hang out in the right lane. 2 miles is like 2 minutes. Not a big deal, especially at these speeds. And then I'm ready for it. So this guy pulls out. Good job. He has his high beams on, but now we recognize the high beam's not going to solve this problem. We have to get ourselves out here. High beams and horn and then red bombing is not going to solve the problem. We have to get ourselves into an escape path. Thankfully, on the left side, we do have this big shoulder. I did do a video for the Academy. I filmed it. I still got to edit it, but I was riding on the interstate, and I rode a little bit on the shoulder to show you it's okay to do that. Just get yourself out of there because there is road debris. So you don't want to hit anything, so get yourself out of there, but you can use it as an escape path. So we moved over. He doesn't need to use the shoulder. Very good. We're in a good position right now. Let's roll off the throttle, apply some progressive braking to get ourselves a space cushion between this car and us, because if the guy slammed the brakes, we're kind of screwed. But this is decent right here. We could still swerve left. Okay, I don't want to be side by side. I don't need to get in front of this person because of this right here. Yeah, we weren't paying attention. Now we're doing that. So you see how you escalate your emotional drive right there, and it'll get you into a new dangerous spot. I prefer just to allow people. Okay, this is a great summer jacket right here. I think this is yeah. Anyways, moving on. Sharp left turn those chevrons. Okay, navigate it because we weren't going super fast. Oh, we got a little deer right there. Oh, I don't know if this music is copyrighted, so we're just gonna do this. And we're coming through here. Uh-oh, we got somebody in our lane. Oh, switch back over. They found a new position, moved off to the shoulder. Very good. Get back in our lane, navigate these corners, and handle it. We're going to get that sound back on. Here we go. So I think we're about to do an open lane pattern for us. We're stuck behind the XPO truck, and we're going to want to switch into the right lane. I think that's what it looks like right here. So we also do that too. Let's see. Oh, no, our lane is moving. Okay. But we don't want to be stuck behind them. There's the open lane pattern that we just created. And another open lane pattern, we don't want to be stuck behind them, so we move over. We do that too. Thank you, Andy Uguni, for $2. Always remember to ride smart. Okay, now we're coming up to here. I'm looking at the mirrors. The truck's right on our butt. Yeah. Just keep moving. The guy wanted to turn left, not a big deal. Let's not get angry. Oh, now you're going to lose that one, so accelerate out of that. So it's not only emergency braking and swerving, acceleration to get yourself out of that situation is important. You're going to lose that fight. It's like a little kid going against a sumo wrestler.
This rider was trying to keep up with the rider in front, but he was going a little too fast when he took the turn.
Okay, exactly right there. Thank you, Chaos Riders, for the context there. Let's go ahead and play with that. If you're riding with a friend and they're more experienced, they ride faster or whatever, talk on your Cardos. This is the Cardo Pack Talk Pro. Right, you can get 10% off with a link for the Pack Talk Edge. That's what I use. That's what this one is. To me, it's just as good. This one has crash protection and a few other things. It's pretty cool, but I like the Edge. Anyways, you can tell them, be like, hey, slow it down. Slow it down. You're going a little too fast. Or, hey, go ahead and have fun, but I'm not going to be able to keep up with you. Because you don't want to put yourself in a dangerous spot where you're speeding up in corners that you're not as experienced in, like this. Okay, so you speed up and you're like, I'm trying to keep up with them, but my skill set in turning is not as good, and I crash the bike. I think we've done this one already, but it's a beautiful looking bike. Oh, look at his shoe. So right here, his left foot probably went down, and it just completely ripped his left shoe open. So with motorcycle boots, you're not really going to have that issue, but just think that could be your toes and your metatarsals and tarsals flopping up too. So very important to have motorcycle boots because they do have toe protection and it's reinforced. Ugh, that would have been bad. All right, we're going. Is this the same person? I think it's the same person. So going a little bit wide. It's got full gear. Might not be the same. Let's see. So downshifting, you hear the downshifting. Oh, yeah, not same person. Okay, so going a little bit too fast. He was downshifting. He was doing what he can do. I don't know. Let's see. Did he slam the brake? Did he apply the brake? He put his hand down right there, but let's see. So maybe, yeah, see how the handlebars turn? So this is probably right here. So he didn't slam the brake. His fingers are just touching the brakes, but he probably turned it in a little bit too hard and grabbed it a little bit of the front brake. Let's go. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go ahead and diagnose this a little bit. Probably going. It's a sharp turn. Probably you can see it's how sharp it is. You can see the car going the opposite direction. Obviously, we have like this fisheye world point of view, but it's probably really short. So he turned the handlebars and direct steering a little bit hard, and then kind of fell in. Okay, so this is almost where like a slow speed maneuver would be really good. And then he probably grabbed his, yeah, he probably hit the ground, lost traction on the front tire. So there could have been road surface, going a little too fast and then try to direct steer. There's yeah, so you see how the road turns really hard. So slow it down and almost do a slow speed U-turn on turns like this. This is where practicing in a parking lot using the Smart Rider drills is really important. You can get the drill booklet. You can get the phone-friendly version for cheap. All right, we're coming through here. Side of the vehicle. Good job positioning a little bit freaky, but always pay attention. This is why we don't speed in areas like this, because people can be popping out like that. Oh, that's a great explanation right there of positioning for safety, locating. Okay, this is a great plan right here. We recognize we're in a good position right now. We're locating hazardous situation. Is this a relevant threat? Yeah, he's in our lane. So we're going to have to navigate. And all we have to do for this is navigate a little bit over into the right side of our lane. That's it. And then we're going to go ahead and navigate back over here. I don't want to ride on the tar snakes, so I'll probably like ride like right there. But yeah, good job just kind of doing this. But the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you're constantly looking and locating hazardous situations, assessing if it's a threat, and then if it is, navigate. If it's not a threat, maintain your position. That's it. So good job. Nice little adjustment and swerve. Yep, handled it. Okay, having some fun. Raw sounds only. Oh, sharp little turn right here. Slow it down just a little bit. Slow it down. Oh, that guy crashed. How do we rescue that person? Oh, let's go back a little bit. Let's see. There's the crash. So how do we rescue this person? Okay, first we're going to have to remain calm. We're going to have to make sure that we can actually ensure our own safety. So if there is a turnaround, or if there's like it goes straight after this, then that's when I'll do a U-turn in the road. Right now, I don't want to do a U-turn because I don't know if anybody's coming around this blind corner. So I'm going to go a little bit further, do a U-turn, and if he has any major bleeds, I'm going to stop it with my rescue kit. Nice little tourniquet. I have some 4x4s, 5x9s. I can pack the wound. I can apply just direct pressure because it comes with gloves. I can just hold it as best I can. And then if he has anything on the back side of the card, which comes with the rescue pack, or it comes with the rescue booklet, this tells you everything. Okay, it's a nice little comic book that tells you everything. Once again, 30% off in the store. I'm going to check for any head injury symptoms, spinal cord injury symptoms, shock symptoms, and really the only treatment you can do on scene before firefighters and paramedics and everyone shows up is just stop external bleeding, lay them down, and keep them warm. That's it. So if it's already sunny and hot outside, you don't have to put an emergency blanket on them. But if it's super cold, there's an emergency blanket inside the rescue pack. Also, you can build your own trauma kit. I highly recommend it. But that right there, it looks like the guy panicked because he was going a little bit too fast around the corner, and he was going to go wide. He saw us. We're like this close to each other on that line. This is why I like middle, going through a corner. And panicked a little bit, probably slammed the brakes, probably hit some... This is a good thumbnail real quick. Let me go ahead and... There you go. Probably slammed the brakes on the paint. A bunch of different issues. Going too fast. And we dumped the bike. Ugh, not good. Also, why we wear
Keep your eyes
full
on
gear.
the rider up ahead. She's
All right,
about
keep
to
it.
have her first motorcycle crash.
Oh.
Let me know in the comments why you think she went down.
Okay, let's talk about why she went down. Thank you, Kaos Riders, for that. Let's go ahead and figure this out. Oh. Write in the comments right now, guys. Write it in the chat. We're doing this live. You can guys grab a donut. Write why you think that person went down. We talk about it all the time. Let's go ahead and watch it real quick. Going through this corner. Why do you think this person crashed? Why did it just fall over? Why did it just fall over? And why do you... I don't want to give you any more tips. Hand probably hurts. Not good. Whoa, there's a sign there. Let's see what that sign was. Okay, so we have an intersection sign. It's a T intersection sign. Okay, you guys are right in the chat. So if you guys are watching this afterwards, the chat is saying panic brake, panic brake, panic brake. Slam that front brake. There's your answer. Slam the front brake. Car was coming, going a little too wide. Slam the front brake instead of looking through the turn and swerving yourself back into your lane. So slam the front brake. But we have a T intersection coming up. I always look for those signs just in case cars would come out. Going 85, 90. We passed the intersection already. So we're slowing it down. What do we got here? We're looking back. What's happening? Something happened. Okay, we're coming up to the intersection. Good job slowing it down. We have... Oh, is this gravel? Yeah. Oh, there's that knee. So we did talk about this video, but it didn't show that previous. It didn't show that previous part. Interesting. So what I talked about this video last time is that what we're going to do, so what he does is does slow down. That's great. That's great. But I don't like going that straight line. When I'm coming up to a transition from asphalt to gravel, I like to slow it down, especially if there's no cars behind me. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, and make more of a perpendicular or more of like a wide angle turn. That way I'm going straight onto gravel versus going into the gravel and then having to turn. Like I want my turn done where I have traction. That's where I want my turn. I don't want my turn to be right here and then now I got to make the turn on the gravel. I don't want to do that, especially for road tires. So good job slowing it down. But now you see how we're pointed towards this and we're like, oh crap. I want to be pointed already towards where I want to go. So let's just go ahead and slow it down, make it nice and easy, or even just stop, do a little backup, Flintstone it, and then go. Okay. But this is why we wear motorcycle gear, because look at that knee. Immediately just ripped those jeans. Wear some gear. That's where the armor is, right there in the knee. All right, here we go. Going through. Oh, there's the family right there. Watch out for that. Slowing it down. There's a sign there saying something. Oh, it's a nice little sharp turn. Panic, panic, panic. Ah, a little bit into the crash into the wall. Some Adidas. Some Adidas.
This definitely
I think of the Korn song when I see Adidas and say the word. Let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about here. Let's see what Kaos Rider says.
seemed like it was a case of target fixation.
And we were supposed to stop.
Not only was the rider a beginner rider, but he was also coming in way too fast.
Yeah.
Just staring at that rail.
Kaos Riders, you're going to put me out of business here. So target fixation too fast into the corner for the skill set because they are a beginner rider. Those are three factors that we have control over. We can not go as fast. We can improve our skill set. And target fixation is a tool that we can use to get ourselves out of situations. If we're target fixated on this, we're going to go towards it. If we're target fixated on this, we're going to go towards it. You see how that works? So target fixation is a tool that can be used for good or bad. Going too fast can be used for good or bad. You might have to go fast to get yourself out of a dangerous situation, but going fast into a corner with your skill set of not navigating corners as well can be a problem. So this is really good. Pointing out the skills and pointing out the problems can also be used as solutions. It's all how you change your frame of mind on that. So Kaos Riders did a great job there. I kind of like Kaos Riders. What do you guys think? Motostars or Kaos Riders? Big open lane patterns here. You see that? Any of those cars will want to switch into your lane. Good job positioning off to the right. Going a little fast. It might be, I want to say kilometers an hour. Let's see the flow of traffic. Okay, that Carmel, I don't know. Anyways, we're going faster than the flow of traffic. Any of these vehicles might want to switch over. Good job positioning off to the right, because we do, just in case somebody does pull out, we do have a space cushion. At least the left 2 parts of the lane is a space cushion, and we have an easy escape over here. These rumble strips are a little bit scary to go over, but you can do it. So we do have an escape. We have a good space cushion. Let's slow down our speed. Let's see what happens here, though. No cars coming out. Pay attention up front. We switched because of our open lane pattern. We saw those. Okay, so we found an escape. We saw that indicator. We didn't have to go for it. Get ourselves back in the lane and then move off. Okay, so you use the escape. Very good. All right, good gear. Here we go. Using a Cardo. I love it. Oh, you see that sign? Got a little twisties coming up. Okay. Oh. Didn't make it through the corner. Can't see what was happening. Probably just went a little wide. But this is why we wear full gear, just in case something like this happens.
Okay, we're okay.
That's an old Cardo Pack Talk Bold.
Oh, man.
They don't make those anymore.
It's all right.
They switched to the edges.
Okay.
I like the
Now,
edges a
looking for
lot.
this rider, he was wearing full gear. He was not injured. There was hardly any damage on his bike, and he was able to start it right back up.
Very good. And the camera still works. Love it. All right, what do we got here? Looks like we have something inner lane. So we're gonna have to put ourselves in a new position, which is off to the right. We don't want to hit anybody. Okay, everyone's just kind of hanging out. Position off to the right. Don't like it. Don't like the situation, but we saved ourselves. That's the important part. Just hitting some back roads. Look, I saw him and anticipated him not seeing me. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's a car or somebody coming around. Already positioned himself off to the right. Recognize that. Very good. It happens. Let's not fight for it. You know, let's not get angry.
This rider
Let's
was
just
on his
keep
bike
ourselves
when
safe.
All of a sudden, it just burst into flames.
Oh, geez. Burst into flames. You're going to get some burns there. Good job just jumping off the bike. It's kind of done. The fuel line looks like it's been exposed to the fire. It's going to melt. So now you're going to get fuel everywhere. Yep, there it goes. Up there it is. Yep. That's your gasoline burning. Not going to be able to do much there. I would...
Now that's gotta be the worst feeling. Watching your baby go up in flames.
Hey, he's got an
you have
extinguisher.
no way of putting the fire out.
So it's very important to know how to use a fire extinguisher. So pull the pin, aim, squeeze, and sweep. Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. Pass. That's how you use a fire extinguisher. So pull the pin, aim where you want to go, squeeze the trigger, and sweep it. Water doesn't work too well with hydrocarbon fires, so like gasoline, because gas or hydrocarbons and water don't mix. So you're going to need an ABC extinguisher. The B is for hydrocarbons, which is going to be like a dry chemical, that yellow chemical stuff. This guy can't get this going. He probably needs to pull the pin. Nobody's wasting there we go. That's a dry chem extinguisher. You don't want to breathe that in. It's going to cause you to, it's just gross. You're going to be coughing a lot. Yeah. It's done. Fire is done. How you doing, David? Yeah, it's fun to see some fire here and there. As an ex-firefighter. Okay, here we go. Going through the mountains. Oh, don't pull out. Good job with the brakes. Good job with the brakes. A little bit freaky. That guy should have been paying attention.
We're good, man. Sorry about that.
It's okay. If you want to apologize for your emotional reaction, I love it. It's okay. Dark Jester, this side of the vehicle. We got oh, geez, apply the brakes. Good job applying the brakes. Bought yourself some time. All right, here we go. California, riding around. Watch out for these open. That's exactly what I was trying to get to before I can hit that space button. I had myself a 6 milli upper decker. So we're coming up to here, and we're lane filtering. Let's get to this right there. That's a good view. I'm concerned about any of these open spots because that means it's an opportunity for a car to go into. Now, typically, this is a car right here, and here's an open spot right here. They typically want to go into there. So if somebody's slowing down and there's an opportunity to switch over, I'm concerned about that, so I'm covering my front brakes. Especially those indicators. So new position, very good. Get back into lane filtering if that's what you want to do, or lane splitting in California. And we're doing that. So another situation right there. So good job on this. I'm concerned now, because we always going to the next, going to the next, going to the next, is this position right here. I don't know if this guy wants to come over, because you'll see him move over. I don't know if this guy want to come over, and then he wants to come over here. All these different things. I don't know. But this is why we're very cautious in an orange stage, because this is a hazardous situation. Okay? The person looks like they want to... If they're already crossing the line, and they can't... Imagine a little kid not coloring within the lines. So you see how close that tire is to that white line? I'm going to stay away from them. Nice Honda Rebel. I love it. There it is. I just want to stay away from them. I'm always watching car tires, how close they get to paint. Write in the comments if that's what you do too. Okay. Oh, okay. Some gravel. Got some traction. Gonna go ahead and speed up. If that person in front of you is your friend and he has way more experience and you're a beginner rider, or you just don't have that experience, tell him on your cardo, hey, I can't keep up with you, dude. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to...
Watch the rider up ahead. He was gone in a matter of seconds.
So now we're trying to catch up.
He was nowhere to be seen.
Exactly. And now we have a turn and we're catching up, going faster than what we like and what we're good. And we could crash.
Imaginable thing happened.
So our
bad feeling that something happened to his friend, and sure enough, there was fresh tire marks going off the road.
Yeah, we have that sharp left turn coming up. He just went off the road, going too fast. So at this point, we need to remain calm, because if we start panicking, we're going to start making mistakes ourselves. We need to ensure our own safety, because what he did, we don't want to be two people hurt. We want just him hurt, because that was his choice. We want to rescue. So we're going to stop any major bleeds too. So remain calm. Ensure your own safety. Only turn around when it's safe to do so. Okay, now you can see that there's no cars coming. Okay, had to do a 3-point turn. Not bad, not bad. You should be able to do a U-turn on a road like this. That's why you practice in a parking lot with the drills. Okay, so there's the bike. Oh, no, that's him. He's crawling up. He made himself up. Okay, so I'd park the bike off the road a little bit, or ahead of him off the road.
Dude, are you okay? Oh, shit. Stay on the ground.
Don't call. Can you?
You want me to call 911?
No.
No?
I do not want
Okay.
to do it.
He doesn't want an ambulance.
All right.
So, like, are you okay?
Oh.
Dude, are you okay?
So it's an obvious answer of no. It's an obvious answer that he's not okay, just because of the way he's looking. So, like, I like to not waste a lot of communication, especially when I'm doing an assessment. So one of the things I would do when I come up here, it's like, do you feel like there's anything broken? Do you feel like you're bleeding? Hey, can you tell me your name? Because I already know my buddy's name. So it's like, can you tell me your name? His name is Matt. He's like, my name's Jeff. You might have something up here going on. It's like, do you have any difficulty breathing? Like, I'd start asking a lot of these questions. And even, yeah, exactly, Eric. What hurts? Because then I can focus on that. But also, I want to do a full body rapid trauma assessment. So I'm going to check his arms, his chest, his stomach, his legs, even his feet. And if I can check his back, I'll do a log roll. That's just my experience that I have. And see if there's any major bleeds. Because he could just say, yeah, my left arm hurts, right? His left arm hurts, but he has a major bleed on his right leg. And so then if he's like, my left arm hurts, and I'm focused heavily only on his left arm, I miss the bleed on his right leg. So I'm going to ask that question, like, what hurts? And then I'm going to check everything, if that makes sense. And then once we kind of get through like the life-threatening things, then it's like, okay, cool. Now we can just go ahead and focus on non-life
Oh.
threatening things like the motorcycle down there,
You want me to
and then
call
calling
911?
people.
No.
No?
Oof.
God.
So his body hit all these rocks too. So we're talking bruising, possibly internal bleeding, which you can't really solve. But if there's any lacerations, you can solve those. But broken bones, all these other things. So also think of his spine. So I don't want him moving. Like he did his own thing. He crawled up. So if there's any injuries, I can only control what I currently have. So if he's laying on the ground, not in the road, he's off on the shoulder, I want him to lay on the ground. I want him laying down and using the earth as a spine board. The earth is a spine board. The earth is a splint for that spine if you just keep laying down. Supine. Prone, if you guys know video games, you're on your stomach shooting. But supine is on the back. Yeah, that's not a good situation. Well, thank you, Chaos Riders. This is a longer video. I'd like to have some fun. I really do appreciate the context and after action review that you do too. But if you guys are new to this, we do the live streams every Thursday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Grab yourself a donut. Sometimes we have pizza. I like Costco and QT pizza. They're really good. But grab yourself a booklet. Grab yourself stuff from the store. It's 30% off. But I'll be seeing you guys on the next live stream. That was a 35-minute video. Oof, I'm having a little too much fun. Maybe the nicotine and caffeine are really getting into me. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing today? We have 157 of you. 157 of you. What do you think about the Mouse Zeek 10 Klein extinguisher? Well, let's look it up. I've never heard of that. Let's take a look at that. Is this what you're talking about? So it's world's smallest fire suppressor. That looks like a dry chem. I like how small it is. So the application, it looks like it's a button. 115 bucks. That's an expensive fire extinguisher. ZTK, welcome. 12 months. That's an expensive fire extinguisher. You can get them pretty cheap, but obviously you're paying for form factor. So the weight, the reason why it's so much lower is because you do have less. It's like 2 kilograms of powder. Powder is more 2 kilograms part carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is not a powder. Let's see. How does moss with potassium containing smoke? I mean, potassium is a powder. Does it remove oxygen? No. Yeah, see, that's not how it disrupts the fire tetrahedron. You can remove oxygen, you can remove fuel, we can cool it down, or disrupt the chemical process, which is what carbon dioxide also does. Powder is a great extinguishing agent, but it can be great at destroying everything in its path. The potassium mix does not destroy anything. However, it is difficult to measure up to the extinguishing power of a powder extinguisher. It doesn't really destroy it. I mean, yeah, I guess it kind of, I mean, the fire destroys it too, but the goal is to put out the fire. Let's see. Development Sweden had a 5-year maintenance free guarantee. So once you use it, you're done. So that's the thing, is like, it's $115 one-time use. You're not gonna be able to recharge that one. Does not deplete oxygen from the air, ensuring you can still breathe even if you need to use it in a confined space. Okay, I mean, that's what CO2 does. It displaces oxygen. Anybody ever have a CO2 like in your face? It just like pulls the air out of you. It's kind of scary. Does not deplete the ozone layer. Okay. Like other toxic gases. Well, the only other things that can do that is like halon, which is a fire extinguisher, but they use that for like airplane hangars. Potassium aerosol, which is lighter than air, stays suspended in space, preventing reignition effectively. I think it's kind of gimmicky. I think you're paying for the form factor. They do make smaller ones, or not smaller than this, but they make smaller extinguishers that have more Let's see, fire classes. Okay, so it's certified for B and C, but can also fight class A and F fires. F fires are like cooking oil. So it's a BC extinguisher with the capabilities of an A and F. So it's basically an ABCF. Technical specifications. How much? So basically one. It's just the weight of the whole thing. Yeah, see right here. So A is wood, paper, and plastic, ordinary combustibles, liquid fuels, gas. C is not gas fuels. C is electrical fires, which, let's say your computer is on fire. It's considered a class C fire because it's plugged in. This is why you don't use water, because it'll electrocute. What you can do to turn a class C fuel or a class C fire into a class A fire is by unplugging it. Edible oil and fat, yeah, that's like kitchen fires. Discharge time, I'm assuming that's how many seconds you get. You get 9 seconds. 3 meters, that's about normal. There's no real comparison here. So you see how like a 30-second, but that's for a 6-liter. Yeah, it's big. It might be good for a motorcycle because it's not going to be burning that much, but if your motorcycle's on fire, it's kind of already done. To me, it's just I personally would not buy it. It's too expensive for the amount of time you get to use it for, and with my knowledge of fire extinguishers and firefighting, seeing the technical sheet and everything, Witch Doctor, it feels like it's marketing talk, not fire talk. So that's an interesting one. Thank you for bringing it up. You asked for my opinion. That's my opinion. So let's do small, let's say boat fire extinguisher. Let's do Lowe's, because that's where. So Lowe's was the other price, $115. This is 27, but it's obviously bigger, right? Like that's kind of you would pay for the form factor. And this is rechargeable. So if you ever have to use it, you can get it recharged. At that point though, it probably costs more to just recharge it. Sodium bicarbonate. So that right there is not toxic. Sodium bicarb. Basically baking soda. Also, you have a pressure gauge, so you know if it's actually under pressure. Let's see. Specifications. Agent weight. So you get 2.5, like it's 2.5 pounds of agent weight. The other one was fully less than, it was 0.99 pounds total. Obviously, you're going to have more weight because it's steel. So this is a BC fire. So this would be good for your bike because your bike is electrical because it has the battery and everything's connected. Also, you typically are having like gasoline, oil in the fire. Ordinary combustible, I wouldn't worry too much about it because it's metal. So it's not paper, plastics, and well, it's plastics, but it's not paper and like wood. 10 years. And it's cheap. You know, in fact, let's go. I'm having fun with this, guys. Let's go back to this one. Excuse me. So let's see. This is a little over a foot, 3 inches wide. I think they heard me talking. Oh, okay, there we go. Let's see. Specification. So, I mean, this is basically 9.5 inches. So this one's about 5 inches longer. That's what she said. And then only 1 inch wider. And it's a fifth of the price. Patented potassium smoke. It doesn't make sense. Okay. Okay. Size doesn't matter. All right, here we go, guys. We're gonna we're gonna jump into this one. 116 likes. I like it, guys. We have 140 of you in here. If you haven't hit that like button, you can't get a donut. Can't get a donut. Thanks for bringing it up. I've never seen that thing. It looks cool. It looks cool. Here we go, guys. We're gonna jump into this one. We have 2 more videos. This is one of them. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Hit the record button in 3, 2. What is up, everybody? We're going to watch this Kaos Riders video. We're going to try to see how we can avoid all these crashes and close calls utilizing the plan method, something I developed.
Today's
I think this
video
is
sponsored by Eden Wolf. This year,
okay. Eden Wolf. Looks like it's a tire pressure gauge. That's pretty cool. I got one from Home Depot that works. It's a little bit smaller than that. We're going to go ahead and move on to this one. Here we go. Check out the original video. Help support Kaos Riders. Get an Eden Wolf or whatever. All right, come up to here. So position for oh, jeez.
actually ended up being a hit and run. It looks like the car had stopped, but after a minute, they just ended up leaving the scene.
Yeah, they probably didn't have insurance or whatever it was. So we're coming up to here. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He moved over to the left because he's going to make a left-handed turn. And he didn't really, he didn't cross the yellow. Did not cross the yellow. This person was coming in. So they did the wrong thing. They're at fault. We didn't recognize it. I still do head checks just in case. Whenever I switch lanes, I don't want to get out of the habit of doing head checks. Even if I know that only I can do this. They are not supposed to do this. I still do a head check just in case. Not good. Sucks. This is why we wear gear. You know, we dump the bike. There's a left shoulder, left leg injury possibly. Rolling around. There's our knees just like smacking. This is why we wear full gear as smart riders.
Now this actually ended up being a hit and run. It looks like the car had stopped.
Hopefully the bike is fine. There's your turn signal there. All right, here we go. Moving on to the next one. Oh, random thing. So on that one, we can accelerate out. So we're coming over here. We did a head check. We're going to move over. It's an open lane, right? This person is slowing down. We think that they're going to turn right. Nope, they didn't. So we can either apply the brakes now, or if we start to react about right here, we can't really, well, we can still apply the brakes and let them in, but I want to either move over to the left a little bit more or accelerate out into the escape path, which is ahead of us right here. So accelerate out. Did exactly what this person was doing. Very good.
Oh my God, that was a freaking close one.
Yeah, it was. So good job, though, getting yourself out of there.
Anything worse than a car cutting off a rider
Okay.
is when they stop right in the middle of the road, leaving the rider guessing which way to go.
I kind of like it when they do stop. Like, we've seen a lot of these videos where they don't stop, and it's just like, it's kind of difficult to see what they're going to do. But if they did stop, kind of like what they did right here.
Only thing worse than a car cutting off a rider.
So they stopped right here. So if you know they stopped, then you have an option left or right. Hopefully they don't reverse back. Hopefully they're like, okay, cool. I'm stopped here. I'm going to let this guy do this. I made a mistake. Hopefully he doesn't hit me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Kind of like that thing. So did a good job applying progressive brake pressure right here to slow down, to buy some time, right? And he made a choice to go left. Perfectly fine, because he's assuming the car is going to want to keep going and get out of the way. It's a little bit easier just to hit the gas pedal versus putting it into gear and go into reverse and then hit the gas. And then, yeah, so good job on him slowing it down, finding a new position for safety because we located his hazard situation. We're assessing. Yes, it is. So we're going to have to navigate this active threat. We're going to put ourselves in a new position and swerve left. So did a good job on that. Did a good job.
They stopped right in the middle of the road, leaving the rider guessing which way to go.
Okay. Oh, geez. Ooh, so honking the horn didn't solve the problem. Applying progressive braking did solve the problem. It sounds like we're going fast, but it doesn't seem like it. Scooter boy actually cut in front of us. There's that left turner, not very good. So we're going to have to slow it down and then hopefully avoid this person. Maybe swerve left a little bit. Good job on this rider for handling that situation. Did a good job. Okay, do we have anybody else pulling out? So it seems like we have a lot of people doing that. So perfect. So that's the side of the vehicle. Thank you for the arrow. That's a side of the vehicle pattern. So we do open lane patterns, side of the vehicle patterns. Those are pretty much the most common things that happen. So people wanting to pull out under lane, merging into us, or people pulling out in front of us, and then also left turners at intersections. So intersections, how you doing, Cheston? Intersections are pretty scary, and this is why we go into orange stage, okay? We recognize it's a hazardous situation. That's part of the plan method. That's why it's orange, is that we're locating intersections, we're locating corners, we're locating patterns. We see the side of the vehicle. Don't know if it's a relevant threat yet, because if he stays still, not a big deal. But if they come out into our lane, it is an active threat. So we're going to have to find an escape path. And this is why part of positioning for safety is we're constantly scanning for these escape paths, know our skill level. We know that we can swerve because we've been practicing it. We know. We just have to activate our skill set when it comes to doing something like this. So this person's going to come out. Good job with the swerve. Now, hopefully they stop. Like I said, I like it when people stop because they recognize, and then I have all of this. But if he continues going, we're kind of screwed. So hopefully nobody's in our left lane. Hopefully we can continue swerving. Okay, cool. Now we're in a dangerous spot. So we have to do the plan method again. Okay, we just navigated this active threat. We put ourselves in a new position for safety because we don't want to hit the person. Now we have to locate hazardous situations again, assess any relevant threats, and if there is one, we have to navigate ourselves into a new position for safety. So we're coming up to here. Oh, we have a bad spot here. So we're going to go ahead and swerve out of oncoming traffic, swerved around this person. Now we're going into a new position for safety. You see how it just keeps rotating? Okay, rotating. Slow it down. It looks like we can get over this speed or this median. It looks like it's not a big curve or curb. We can actually get over it. Let's see what happens. We decided not to. We're kind of stuck. I think we can make that. Okay, he's going to do a U-turn. Perfectly fine. We're going to go with the flow of traffic, do a U-turn, get ourselves out of there. Is this the same person? No, different person. All right, next one. Intersections, hazardous situation. Anybody pulling out?
Now, the rider ended up with 2 broken arms, and it was completely the driver's fault, but the rider is okay now.
Okay, good. I love having that context because when we talk about mechanism of injury, I kind of want to know what's happening. I typically just kind of go off of what I see. So if his arms are broken, that means he went straight into it, broke some arms. I don't know if it's his human.
Ended up with 2 broken arms, and it was completely the driver's fault, but the rider is okay now.
There we go. How long have I been muted? Uh-oh. Did I touch that? Oh, jeez. How long have I been muted? Not good.
2 broken arms, and it was completely the driver's fault, but the rider
Not good that we did this. All right, you guys are gonna have to just deal with the muted. All right, here we go. It was only 15-20 seconds. Just the last discussion from the beginning. All good now. Okay, we're gonna go over. I'll cut that part out. All right, so basically what happened here. Jesus. We're going to crash. We're going to break our arms. Not good. This driver over here was able to barely miss it, but we had a line of sight problem when it came to this because we couldn't see this vehicle because of this vehicle. Things just happen. People pop out. They do these things, and it's just life. It kind of happens. So I'm checking to make sure I'm not muted again. So we try to do our best. Okay, there's not much we can do here as smart riders when we wear gear. So hopefully, broken arms, but hopefully we're not going to have massive brain bleeds and concussions because we wear a helmet. Hopefully we're not going to have knee and hip on the sides at least damaged because we're wearing gear. Our elbows aren't going to be, well, his arms are broken. But our spine, if we have actual back protectors, will be good, hopefully. And so it just sucks.
Now, the rider ended up with 2 broken arms, and it was completely the driver's fault, but the rider is okay now.
Lane splitting. Oh, why do we have a door open in the road? Don't know. Good job with the swerve. Get back in our lane. Good job recognizing that hazardous situation. Watch out for any cars wanting to switch over. We're coming up to here. It's a sharp left turn coming up. Slow down. There's somebody coming up. Good job rolling off the throttle. applying a little bit of progressive brake pressure, let them in.
Jesus Christ, people.
Doing pretty well. Oh, geez, e-bikes having fun.
Bike. When he was about to cross to the other side, it looked like the truck had seen him and stopped, but then this happened.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, you see the car kind of moving? Just slow it down. You don't need to take it. Okay, I ride e-bikes all the time. I ride it on like the shoulder, not on the sidewalk.
But then this happened.
So you see this part, just stop. Just stop. I get it, like you have the right of way, but I'm not gonna put myself in a dangerous spot like this.
Yeah.
So then we get mad that like they were supposed to stop and blah blah blah. Now my bike is damaged. Now my left leg hurts. You know, I'd rather just stop.
Brakes. Yeah, dude, look where you're going, bro. Yeah, that way, you dumb.
This guy with who's cleaning up his front. You want an ice pack? Okay, jeez. Let's get past this.
Out of here. I got to pick up. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. So we're going through here, having some fun. Sharp little turn right there. Oh, geez, lost some traction. It happens. One of the cool things about riding dirt is that you can understand what traction loss feels like. Going pretty fast here, going definitely over this flow of traffic, trying to race this supercar. And then we're gonna probably have speed wobbles. Let's see. We're gonna hit one of those little bumps. High risk, not a lot of reward here. There's the speed wobble. Hit a little reflector. Hit one of these little reflectors right here. Caused it to do this. Just don't go that fast, everybody. Pretty simple. Wear some gear. Now we got road rash.
Always got to keep your eyes open because you never know what's around the corner.
You're right. So line of sight issue, blind corner. This is why we don't go super fast. Good job with the swerve to get ourselves out of that. Very important to do that. This is an old GoPro 360 cam. Oh, went a little fast in the corner. Almost hit the sidewall. Almost hit the car in front. So slow it down.
This would
Slow
definitely
it down.
be a scary situation on a motorcycle when all
Okay.
of a sudden you see this coming towards you.
Oh, Jesus. Good job finding the little escape. Dude's doing a Sunday ride in his Beamer. Good job finding that escape. Pretty scary. So if you're trying to fight for the lane, honk the horn, rev bomb, flash your brights or whatever, and you stay in the middle of the lane, it's not going to solve your problem. The problem is there. It's not going to change. He can't do much about it. This is the situation. So what you need to do is find your escape path. Get yourself out of it. And as motorcycles, we only need basically the width of your body. That's it. And that's all we need right here. Try to ride that line as best you can. It's going to take some skill. And then once you get past this, you don't want to hit that guardrail. So you're going to have to get yourself right back in. Like that. Very good. Handled it. Very good. Scary.
Prepare for anything when you're on a motorcycle, but I don't think anybody could really prepare for this.
Okay, let's see what happens. This guy going to switch lanes in us? Oh, dog jumped out. No. Dog jumped out of that window.
Oh, shit. Oh, your dog fell off. Jesus, what did you do that for?
Hopefully he didn't hit the dog.
You all right?
Oh, no, I'll see you. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's good.
Luckily, the dog was okay because that could have ended up so much worse.
Oof.
Puppy, he apologizing, but man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not good. Keep that window up if your dog does that kind of stuff. Look at those rubber duckies. Have some fun on the bike. Sounds great. Oh, somebody's pulling out. So honking the horn and applying the brakes really hard. Applying the brakes is what solved the problem. You might have to swerve left a little bit and swerve right back in, but... So downshift because you were probably in higher gear. Downshift, downshift, downshift. Get yourself out of there. Get back into the regular. Get into first gear. Get going. Move on.
Bad outcome for both.
Guy knows what he did wrong. No reason to fight over it.
Usually riders are pretty cool with other riders, but for some reason there's some Harley riders that act like this.
Yeah, if it's a 1% club or just an ego. He's probably drunk. It's like in the evening. I don't know. Let's see what happens. The half helmet's not going to do much for you in a crash. He's going to get wrecked if he low sides or crashes. Okay, if you want to do that, when I first started riding, I used to do stuff like this, and I just stopped because I started seeing people die. And I'm like, no, I get it. The adrenaline, it's fun. Zigzagging through, I get it. But you put yourself in major risks. I'm very lucky. I did it for like 3 months, and then I stopped. Like the first 3 months. Yeah. How is that the Harley rider getting angry? All right, anyways. Nice sharp turn right here. Practice your smart rider drills to really practice those slow speed stuff. There's 20 drills in there that you can do in a parking lot. Only you need 60 by 40 feet, 10 cones, 5 tennis balls cut in half. You got it right there. Low side? Nope. Good job. Handled that. What do we got here? Another sharp. Oh, geez. Good job finding the escape. Handled it. Very good. Don't know what's around that blind corner. We're gonna have a deer pop out. There it is. Oh geez, watch out. There's gonna be more. Definitely more. If there's one, there's probably 20. All right. Oh, person's cutting out in front of you. Open lane pattern right there. Pushed you off to the side. You found the escape. They went back in their lane. Good job. That person is wearing really short shorts. Love it. Skies out, thighs out. We have that van right there. What's the van gonna do? Good job. New position for safety. Once again, planning your ride. Use the plan method. Move over to a new position. He located a hazardous situation, assessed it was going to be a relevant threat, and navigated out of it. Very good. Any cars coming up? Let's see. We're all over both lanes, basically. Let's make sure there's no cars coming around these corners. Sharp turn, sharp turn, sharp turn. Oh, found the escape. Thankfully, they stopped, but slow it down on that very sharp turn. Here we go. Okay, white car switching lanes. We have a good space cushion right here from everything. They switch lanes, apply the brakes. Whoa, nice little angle. Found the escape. I don't think he had a helmet. Does he have a helmet? No, how's he? Oh, it's the camera in the back. No helmet, just gloves. Eye protection at least. That's a helmet on the passenger peg. Wear a helmet, please. Just in case. Just in case. All right, another rubber ducky. Here we go. Watch out for that car wanting to come into our lane because they don't want to be stuck behind the FedEx car. There you go. Accelerate out of it. Very good. Doesn't matter about the phone. I care about what the actions are. If they're going to get into our lane, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. If somebody's like drinking and driving, somebody's falling asleep and driving, somebody's on their phone and driving, I don't care. I only care if they're going to hit me. That's it. So the action of hitting me or getting close to hitting me is the only thing I worry about. Don't care if you're on your phone and whatnot. I'm not the cops. The only thing I care about is my safety. And I can't police people to get off their phone, stop drinking, all that stuff. What I can do is police my safety by putting myself in a new position. That's it. Focus on what you can control. It's a nice car, though.
Get off your phone. Your phone.
Doesn't matter.
Your phone.
The only thing I'd be concerned about is in my lane. In my lane. In my lane. That's it. Okay. Here we go, going through some traffic. Well, not traffic, but urban setting. We have to take a turn coming up in 600 meters. Anybody coming out? There it is. Don't get hit. We've seen this one. Just watch out for these intersections. They shouldn't have done that. I get it. But I always kind of slow down before intersections.
That was it for today.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Kaos Riders, not MotoStar. So check out Kaos Riders. The link to the video will be in the description if you want to watch it by yourself or check out their channel. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe. Everything's discounted on the store until January 5th. I'll be seeing you guys on the next live stream. All right, now I got to go back and edit the 15, 20 seconds I was muted somehow because like there's this button right at the top. Can't hear me when I'm muted, but I must have button it. Like, what's going on over here? Must have been where, yeah, I must have touched it. I don't know what I did. Ooh, inappropriate for some users.
What's going on, guys? Today's video.
Okay, how old is this one? 4 months ago. Okay. 4 months old. Four months. Time to get demonetized. That's why the shop is there, just in case I get demonetized. I can't trust YouTube all the time. And then this is why the Academy is being filmed, because I can't trust YouTube monetization all the time. I want to continue making videos for you guys. And it just, yeah, I wish advertisers would pay for the free stuff. But when it gets demonetized, that means advertisers can't pay for the free stuff. That's why I want to give you guys some really good rewards for doing the Smart Rider games and having some fun. How you doing? 26 new members today. Wow. 26 new members today. That's awesome. All right, guys, we're going to jump into this next one. Make sure you guys sign in. You can only get a donut if you click that like button. Okay? That's the only way you can get a donut. So we're going to get into this video right here. 16-year-old with 50cc legally and now changing to a 125cc semi-automatic, living in Greece, and road hazards are normal and crazy drivers even more. Well, thank you for watching this video. Nebula, I've thought of that. At this point, I'm just using YouTube as marketing. Hey, Vlad with 5 gifted members. Ooh, you guys are getting lucky. 28 new members today. Oh my gosh. We got some ballers up in here gifting subs. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so like YouTube is just like marketing, or it's just the awareness level of this is what we need to do. The Academy is it's on Kajabi, so it's like my own thing. The revenue split is just with the website. It allows me to provide even more. Excuse me. It provides more content that is more structured. And then there's gonna be a newsletter, and then challenges in the community section, and a few other things. I'm gonna, instead of like just throwing, I'll still probably throw like 10% discounts on YouTube, but for members I'll be throwing the 30% discounts for anything in the shop. And then also you'll get like the digital downloads with the membership. You'll get the digital version of the booklet and future books. And then with the membership, any new courses that I do make, which I want to work on a rescue course, you'll just get that also. Also, if you want to, you could just pay for the course itself. You don't have to have the membership. So that'll be fun. All right, guys, we're going to jump into this one. 3, 2, 1.
All
right, everybody.
A rider that was going pretty fast, but come on.
Okay. So Chaos Riders, thank you. We're going to be going over some crashes and close calls in this video for motorcycle riders. My main focus is beginner riders. I don't want you guys making these same mistakes. We're going to be utilizing the plan method, how to plan your ride with position, locate, assess, and navigate hazardous situations and active threats. And so we're going to be going over some of these things so that you can learn. So when you go out on the road, you're going to recognize these things on the road, and you're going to be prepared on how to navigate around those things. So obviously, don't go 142. I think it might be kilometers an hour, but let's see what happens here.
I completely forgot that there was a traffic stop ahead.
Okay, traffic stop. A traffic stop. Okay, traffic. Oh, geez. Yeah, we forgot. So we're going to try to slow it down. Found the pavement again. Got extremely lucky. So, as a beginner rider, how about we don't go as fast? There's that. Okay, let's move on. All right, having some fun right here. A little supermoto or dirt bike. Okay, watch out for any turns or road surface hazards. This is a sharp turn. We're slowing it down. Lost rear tire traction, so we slammed that rear tire with our right foot, and our rear tire is going to slide across the ground because it gets locked up. Thankfully, it wasn't super duper high speed accident. We're wearing Nikes. Our ankles and legs aren't protected. Looks like jeans. We probably have a helmet, or I think we have a helmet. And then our arms are probably gonna be have some abrasions because we're not wearing motorcycle jackets. So part of being a smart rider, these are the principles that I focus on, and it's also my educational principles. Is that we're gonna acquire and use personal protective equipment. We will talk about rescue if we need to. But yeah, that was a pretty tough situation. So slow it down before a turn, navigate that turn, and move on. Whoa,
That's
lightning.
As close to lightning as you can get with that.
Ooh. That's close.
Without getting hit. I'm sure that would have freaked anybody out.
Yeah. Okay, what's going to happen here? So they moved over. Not a big deal. We found a new escape. We got to watch out for the cars in front of us. We're going to lane filter. Okay, we're lane filtering. Get into the open spot. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. You're going to have to do that anyways on some of these some of this traffic. So we're going to blur out our speedo here with a nice little flower or something. What do you think is going to happen? Low side, go off the side of the road. There's the side of the road. Nice little impact. So going a little too fast. Now we're not blurring the speedo. So going too fast will push you to go straight. So if you accelerate, your bike wants to naturally go straight. Okay? So if there's a curve in the road and your bike wants to naturally go straight when you're speeding, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to go towards the outside of that turn. So slow it down before the turn, navigate the turn, and if you feel like you're going too slow and you're making it through the turn, then you can give it a little bit more speed at that point.
Calm down, Adam. Jesus.
It's always good to start off slower than normal. He's talking on his cardos. Oh, 10% discount in the description if you guys can talk to each other.
I'm good. Are you good?
Tell them that you're going right.
Are you okay? I'm so sorry.
You're good, bro. You're good.
Also with the app, you can record the audio like they're doing.
Slow down and I hit that fucking pothole and it threw me in you.
So they're playing around. He's going to turn right. So this is where you tell your friend, I'm turning right. Slow down. That person was not slowing down. I'm assuming they thought they were going to go straight. This is why we talk to each other.
Are you good?
When you're on a
Fucking pothole and it threw me in you.
You're good, bro. You're fine.
When you're on
All right, here we go.
You gotta be 10 times more alert than if you were in a car. This rider
Yep.
got distracted for 1 split second, and this.
Yeah, looking to the right, seeing if there's a hot chick in there or something. Wasn't paying attention. Slammed that front brake. That's why we dumped the bike super hard. So if we're going to be beginner riders, we're going to be talking about what not to do, what to do. So we get into this nasty situation where our space cushion is just completely demolished because we're right on the butt of this person. So we start to panic. We're like, we're going to slam that rear brake like the other guy did in that corner because that's a natural thing, especially if you're a car driver first. You move your right foot from the gas pedal to the brake pedal really quick. So it's a natural thing for us as switching from cars to motorcycles to slam that right brake or the right foot on the rear brake. That's what's going to happen there. Or we're going to slam that front brake. And now what we do, like the guy that slammed the rear brake, is you're going to lose traction. It's going to lock it up. It's going to lose traction, start sliding. If we slam that front brake, the front tire is going to lose traction and start sliding. And what's going to happen is, since you only have one tire, it's going to start sliding, and then you're going to fall down like that. So what can we do in this situation that's a little bit different than slamming that front brake? Well, we find that escape path, okay? So swerving is a great option for motorcycle riders. Braking is great, but I think swerving is probably like my go-to. That's my number one escape. Progressive braking and emergency braking is my number two, but I like to kind of combine it. I like to slow down and then swerve, okay? So right here, we could have swerved to the left instead of slamming the brake. So practice your swerves also. Because if you only practice braking, that's what you're going to do. So practice your swerves also. We could have swerved left and used this like median as our escape path. And our left knee and road rash, not a good thing. Yeah, he's checking his arm, checking his leg.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Oh, I don't want to step in oil, but it is what it is. I don't know if this music's copyrighted, so we're going to go ahead and do this. We're coming through here. Oh, a little bit close. Good job navigating that, moving over. New position for safety. All right, we got this.
always trying to beat the light. If you take off too fast on a motorcycle, this can happen.
Okay, so green doesn't always mean go. It means you have the opportunity to go. So always just wait like a second before you head into an intersection for that.
Not to road rage. When the guy in the white SUV sped up so this biker wouldn't pass, this rider...
Yeah, okay, so road rage is going to escalate. It's going to escalate, and your weapon is your way of getting out. Their weapon is a big vehicle right here that they will win. Or they have an actual weapon. So let's not escalate it by matching their terrible emotional regulation.
Ended up giving them the finger.
Also, don't get a Ruroc. But yeah, Cardo right there. It's great.
Too far?
No, I like doing thumbs down. Do a thumbs down if you're going to do something like that. Oh, he's right on your butt. So he can use that. Ooh. Yeah, now you're gonna have an issue with an idiot with like multi-thousand-pound vehicle. When max you're probably like 750 pounds on that thing.
Bike. Little did she know she was gonna be counting down her own crash.
Oh no.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh shit.
Oh, accelerating a little bit too fast. So this is why we practice our slow speed drills and friction zone. Once again, you can get this booklet. It has 20 plus drills. It comes with a digital version on your phone. 30% off to do that. Here it is. I have it on my phone right here. So you mount it right here. You practice your slow speed, your takeoff, your friction zone, throttle control. On this part, yeah, we panicked. We're in the middle of the intersection. It's red light. Accidentally shut off our bike. And now we're like, okay, I got to make this tight left turn. And that's where you practice those in the parking lot. Don't panic. Remain calm. You just get yourself out of the intersection. People can wait. Just go. Right here, drop the clutch or let it go. Our throttle's still high. So now it's like, oh, crap. Now we're going straight. This is a clutch control problem. That's all it really is. I guess you can call it a whiskey throttle, but basically it's clutch control is the problem. You let it go. Enemy riding in LA streets. Okay, just practice in a parking lot. It's got to be a little painful. Oh, that's a nice view. Let's see what happens here. All right, not wearing much gear at all. Oh, got a little cut off. Good job moving to a new position for safety. Oh, geez. Nice little raven hit you in the head. This is why you wear a helmet, at least.
That was, oh my gosh.
All right, here we go. Terrible road surface, so take it nice and easy just like they did. Great job.
To avoid the bad parts of the road. He went too wide and ended up in the worst possible spot.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to go over some of the bad parts, but slow it down so it doesn't really do much to you. Because then, hit the fence. Hopefully his arm is okay. He's going to check his arm. Yeah. Sometimes it's just easier to go slower and just hit those bumps and then move on. Instead of trying to find that smooth area, because that smooth area could take you to the outside also. So slow it down. Is that a barbed wire or electric? Ooh, so right there, that's where it really got him. Not fun, but that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, we've seen some of these before because MotoStars puts these on. We're gonna watch some Kaos riders.
A little fast, but when they turned the corner, there was a cop
sharp left turn.
Worst possible spot blocking the road, and because of the speed, they just couldn't avoid this from happening.
Oh, his buddy crashed into him. This is why you're talking on your car, like slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Like when you get around that corner first. Hopefully his buddy's okay. So when we're gonna talk about rescue, first he checked his bike. We want to make sure we can rescue. Hopefully the cop will be able to handle a lot of that stuff. Looks like he's walking wounded. Not too bad. We're remaining calm, ensuring our own safety.
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
This is definitely a scary situation.
Good.
Luckily,
he's got full
riders
gear.
were wearing full gear, so they were not injured. But unfortunately, the bike was damaged. But
yeah,
this could have turned out much worse.
Could have been much worse. Could have slammed in the back of the cop car, get up and over, ejected, have major issues. Thankfully, it was just that. So there's a sharp left turn right there, that sign. I always pay attention to those signs, guys. Constantly scan things. So we have a sharp left turn. Chevrons are indicating it's a sharp left turn. Went a little too fast because we passed before the turn, so we had to accelerate to pass, and now we had to slow down in the middle of the turn. Kind of scary. So just take it nice and easy. Right here, roll out the throttle. Use your target fixation to get back over here instead of looking straight. Don't do this. Look over here. Look over here and be aggressive. Be like, I have to make this turn. Oh, I'm getting into it. Be aggressive on that. Because right now, if you're not, you're going to go straight into the wall, which is what happens. Sometimes you have to be like, I'm going to take this. I'm going to go through the turn. Kind of the same thing here. Probably going a little too fast before the corner, at least for his skill set. So too fast for him might not be too fast for you. It's based on your skill set. So if you're a beginner rider, your skill set's a little lower. So things might be fast for you all the time. But once you get your skill up, you know, this speed might not be an issue. Okay, merging over, not a big deal. New position for safety, found it, got into escape on the shoulder. Once the person gets back over, you can roll off the throttle and let them in, but if they scoot back over, you get back over too. There you go, moved over, you move over. New position for safety, you have a good space cushion to everybody on the right side. You're over here riding the line. Just kind of relax a little bit now. Oh, nice wide turn. Don't pass on the right in a parking lot. Just kind of stay in a single file line most of the time. Good job applying the brakes and not hitting the driver.
That was my fault. Oh, good.
Very good, very good. Got a little close.
I missed the front brake. I was like, oh, shit.
Nice to recognize it. Oh, open lane pattern. So we talk a little bit about that. It's going to happen right at the beginning. Okay, so our lane, we're in the left lane. Our lane is moving pretty good. This car is slowing down a little bit too much for this driver. So this driver sees this big open spot right here because they're only looking left. They're not looking in their mirror, and they're not doing their head check into their blind spot. They're not looking for you. They can't see you. It's at nighttime. There's a bunch of different factors of why they can't do it. We talked about unintentional blindness earlier on this live stream. Kind of the same thing. They only look for cars. They don't look for motorcyclists. The brain quite literally shuts off what a motorcycle is, and they're only looking for cars. So anyways, open lane pattern, you see our lane is moving, their lane isn't, so natural driver behaviors are going to switch lanes. This is why I ride staggered with other cars. Just in case they do that, I have enough space cushion. So apply the brakes. Good job. Handled it. They're going to switch over probably in the right lane because they don't like being stuck behind that car. So that's what we did. Stay staggered. That person's just like going nuts with their steering. Don't worry too much about them. When you start recognizing these things, they don't really bother you as much because you are prepared for it.
Pull over for what? You're a
Don't worry too much about it because now he's gonna want to hit you with the car. I'll be like, yeah, let's pull over and then just take off. Okay, we're not gonna. Oh, having some fun. I don't know if this is copyright music, so we're going to do that. Having some fun with our buddies. Stuck behind a white car, but we're doing pretty well. We're just chatting with each other, making fun of Jeff's girlfriend, and then he crashes because he got mad. So not a difficult turn, but with these bigger bikes like this, if you start to make a really sharp turn, like you're leaning really hard, you're going to start scraping floorboards and then the saddlebags, the hard cases. And it's going to really disrupt your tires and your turning. So that's probably what happened here. Then he started applying the brakes, started panicking a little bit. And then we went straight. And then he's up and over, hit his face into the wall. And this is why we wear full gear, especially a full face helmet, to protect as much as we possibly can. Okay, so we're going to get this back on. So easy, off ramp. We just got off ramp. This guy decided to do that. Not a big deal. Let the idiot in front. Moving on.
When you're on a motorcycle, you gotta constantly be checking all around.
Pedalier down.
When you're stopped at a light, something like this can happen.
Oh!
sake.
There's no way the person right behind him just like accelerated from 0 to like 30. It's not a Tesla. So this guy was not paying attention, saw the green, didn't see us, and just kept going. because that's a huge impact. And so this is why we wear gear. He's going to have whiplash, possible back injuries. This is why you have that back protector. If you have a motorcycle jacket and it's just that gray squishy foam, that's not a protector. That's just a pad. You have to actually go out there and get CE rated back protectors. Typically, I mean, it's level 2, CE rated level 2, whatever, but it's like a D30, so it's an orange looking thing. Sometimes it's a yellow looking thing, but it's much thicker, much harder. That yellow or that gray foam is just a pad. That's not going to protect you. I take that out as soon as I get a jacket and I put in a real back protector. Sometimes you have to buy it extra. Sometimes.
Lovely. Lovely.
Thankfully, he's walking.
Yeah.
And he's able to think. It means his brain's working.
You recorded.
Yeah, you can't really take off, can you? His brain's working. He's able to walk. He might be in pain, but he's able to walk. It means his spine is still intact at least, which is good. All right, merge issue, open lane pattern. They didn't want to be behind that black vehicle. They shouldn't have crossed over the gore area. They did anyways. At this point, roll off the throttle, and if you need to slow down even more, do that progressive braking. So squeeze a little bit more, a little bit more until they're they're in front of you and you have a decent space cushion, and then release the brake, give it some throttle to maintain your speed. Horn doesn't work as much as you think it does because they still do it. So I don't even use the horn most of the time. Oh, hit a speed wobble, please keep it up. You got it. Yeah. You got it. Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay, so road rash. Not good. How'd that, let's go back to how that happened. So accelerating fast, high RPMs. I can't see the speedo. Let's see. What's this? Could I see the 153? I think it might be kilometers, maybe. Because we're not going super fast compared to the flow of traffic. But this looks like it's he fixed up his own bike. It might be a stunt bike. The suspension might be not as great because we've landed some hard wheelies. So our suspension isn't working like it should be working. And then so when we add these extra speed, a little bit more of this movement into our handlebars, the suspension is going to start doing this instead of doing this. So it's doing this a little bit, which is going to cause the handlebars to do this. And you usually get that with high speed, hitting bumps, poor suspension, or poor maintenance on the suspension, damaged front tire. There's a bunch of different factors, so make sure you maintain your bike. Make sure you don't go super fast. Make sure you don't hit super hard bumps when you're going fast. And you typically don't have this issue. So how do you solve this problem? You're kind of stuck. You're stuck. You can roll off the throttle. Just roll off the throttle and hold on. Some people say speed up. And when they say speed up, it's because when you speed up, it kind of raises the front end a little bit, which is going to make it to where there's not a lot of weight on that front tire. You're kind of either speed up, slow down. At the end of the day, you're kind of stuck with what the bike wants to do, which sucks. The goal is just to hold on. You can kind of steer a little bit, but not much. So when wearing full gear, so there's our arm going across the ground. We have shorts on. We're getting damaged everywhere. Acquire and use personal protective equipment just in case. Clench the cheeks. Yeah. Oh. That's called a deformity. That's a deformity. So either right at the end of the tib fib, it's broken, or it's a massive dislocation, which it's tearing ligaments and tendons in your ankle. Not good. I don't think it's an open fracture. So like the ankle shifted over and the tib fib shot out, which would make it open. He's going to have trouble walking for a while. And it might be a life-altering limp. Try your best to get motorcycle boots because it will keep a lot of it intact. So when you do crash, it's not going to overly rotate. He needs a rescue. He needs somebody to help out. He's not going to be able to self-rescue. Look at, there's a road rash right there on his knee. You can get some plaque out of your gums. So there's the road rash on his knee. You see how it's a different color skin. So he removed his epidermis, and that's the dermis. So you start getting some nerve endings exposed. So imagine that all over the body. Right now, the most of the pain is in his ankle. He's probably not feeling the road rash. He's probably feeling nauseous. Blood pressure is spiking because the body's going into fight or flight. So his blood vessels are constricting, which is increasing blood pressure. And then his heart rate's increasing, his breathing's increasing, his pupils are dilated. He's in the survival mode. And then once that crashes, what's happening is then your blood vessels will dilate. You'll start getting woozy. You'll start like starting to want to pass out from the pain. But since you're in that fight or flight, all the non-important organs aren't getting the blood it needs. So that means your stomach area, like the actual stomach, your digestive system, all that stuff, it just kind of like goes away. Your body's not regulating it. So then you start to want to throw up. And so then you start having these issues too. So he's probably feeling nauseous right now. So my biggest concern here, if I am rescuing somebody, is to make sure I ensure my own safety. I am paying the biggest threat here is traffic that way. So yeah, if I'm that guy and I'm standing over, it's like, hey, don't get up, and let me help you. And I look up and I see a car barreling towards me and him. I'm jumping over that median. I'm going to protect myself. This guy's going to get hit. I don't want to die. I am not going to be able to pick him up and then throw him over with me that quickly. So always make sure you ensure your own safety as best you can. It's his emergency, not yours. It sucks to think that way, but one person dying versus two people dying.
Anything else internal? Okay, maybe the ambulance coming already en route, all right? Okay. Was there any other vehicles involved? It was just you and yourself? Okay. Give me 1 second.
So this is yeah.
Guys, that was it. Always.
So they're gonna go ahead and do their thing. There's probably a fire truck in between oncoming traffic and this emergency scene, so it's being blocked off for scene safety. And then the ambulance usually pulls out in front and uses the fire truck as like a barrier for any traffic. So they pulled out in front and they're wheeling him in. They splinted right here. That's actually a good view. They splinted. This is a cardboard box. Hey, there's still this thing right here. That's a cardboard box, and then they wrapped it with roll gauze. And so all the cardboard is just like a simple splint, so that when you do pick up the person, you can grab the cardboard box, and it supports the joints, the areas above and below the joint. So it's supporting the tib fib, supporting the foot, so the foot doesn't just like fall down, and then that causes pain. So it's kind of keeping it all intact, but he needs surgery. There's nothing you can do here. He needs emergency surgery.
Remember to wear your gear, ride safe out there, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Well, thank you, Chaos Riders. You're absolutely right. Wear your gear, ride safe, and we'll catch you on the next one. So if you guys want to check out this video, it's links in the description. Check out Chaos Riders, not Moto Stars. Chaos Riders. And make sure you check out the store. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream, typically Thursdays at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'll see you guys later. Woo-wee! Oh, do they give them some great drugs, morphine? So they might. I wasn't a paramedic, but one of the things in the drug box they do have is morphine. I think they're switching closer to ketamine at this point for certain things, and ketamine's dissociative. So he technically still feels the pain, but his mindset is a dissociative. So his mind is kind of like outside the body. So he knows he's in pain, but it's okay. And with morphine, it's more of a central nervous system depressant. And so it's just going to remove some of the pain or all the pain. But that causes, if somebody has like an allergic reaction to morphine, or if it causes all of their biological things, like it's going to change the cardiovascular system. So if they're like bleeding out, you don't want to give them morphine because there's a few other things. But ketamine is typically something that they start doing now for trauma incidents like that. Because it also, I mean, they use ketamine for a PTSD and a few other things. So in a situation like this, it also removes them from the traumatic experience, and so they don't walk away. Well, you can't walk away, but they don't walk away from this incident kind of like been aware of the whole thing the whole time. With morphine, you're aware of it the whole time. You're just kind of loopy. But with ketamine, it's like, oh, and then you also don't have as much PTSD afterwards. Also, it can make you forget, but that's more of the dissociative thing where it's like you don't remember all of it. It's almost like being out in anesthesia in a way, without being out. It's like kind of like laughing gas in a way where you know you're getting, or nitrous oxide. It's like you know you're getting your tooth drilled in, but you're like, meh, not a big deal. Yeah. So I mean, like whatever their jurisdiction, their medical director gives them access to is what they're probably going to use for pain management. Because you also don't, part of being a firefighter in an EMS, specifically EMS, is that it's one thing to solve the emergency situation. It's also good customer service, and it's also good for the human being that they're also in less pain. And so that's kind of the mentality of it. It's like, yeah, it's like we can give you stuff or not, but we also don't want you to be in terrible pain and hurting this whole time because we care about you type of a feel. And then sometimes people are just like combative when they're in pain. And so giving them a painkiller or a ketamine or a dissociative or whatever drugs that they have in their drug box will make it so they're not combative, which makes it a lot harder to give care to somebody if they're trying to fight you. So there's that. There's a lot of reasons why to do it. Like an old lady that fell down and broke her hip. She's in a lot of pain. It's like you don't want your grandma to be in pain. It's like we'll give you something so that you can be comfortable a little bit, because you're going to be uncomfortable for a while. Sad note is that elderly, if they break a hip, 2/3 of them will die in 2 years. So if you have an elderly family member that breaks a hip, make sure they go to rehab. Because the reason why they die after, like within 2 years, is because they are not mobile. They can't take care of themselves. They don't do the rehab stuff. They don't gain their strength back. And within 2 years, they either have another fall, which hurts them in the head, or there's something like the will to live goes away. Make sure they go to rehab. Make sure you take care of them. Same thing with bedbound, because like they broke their hip. You're gonna have bed sores. You're gonna have a lot of issues, and those things can cause infections, which can cause sepsis, which can cause death. So it's like it's really important to stay mobile, to do the work now with working out, strengthening your bones, having muscle mass. So then if an emergency like breaking a hip happens, you do lose muscle mass, but you're not going to lose as much. And then your bones are going to heal quicker because you've done a lot of the work for decades to where you can recover from something like that. That's another reason why I work out all the time, is because my musculoskeletal system, I want it to be healthy in case something does happen. I'm able to recover quicker. So, yeah. And it gives them purpose. Exactly, Smee. Yeah. Yeah, and then also the painkillers and stuff. There's like a whole thing. Matt Cisco, pelvic fracture. Oof, shattered even. Oh, like the iliac crest, or more of like the internal part. Yeah, bad circulation can cause necrosis and all that stuff. Oof. Both. Ugh. That's tough, Matt. Well, I'm glad that you went through PT, because you have to learn how to walk again. Isn't that weird? Double fixation on your tibia after a door strike, 18 months later, 2 plates, 12 screws later. It's been an experience. Yeah. Hubby's grandma was in her 90s, still mowed her lawn. Shit ass son sold her house from under her. Ooh. Sent her to a home. She was dead in about 3. Yeah, you lose purpose. Yeah. If anything, move them in and then they can mow your lawn. Nah, just mow your own lawn, but give them purpose. That's why they say like they started taking like preschoolers to nursing homes, and it made everyone in the nursing home healthier because they were able to be around youth, which allowed them to like play games, have a purpose to get out of bed because they know that these kids were coming in like the next day, like they're prepped, they're like happy, they maybe made cookies, they did like it gives them that little extra to like live. You know what I mean? Yeah, keep them up and moving. Yeah, because then the preschoolers also get to hang out with people that love them. You know what I mean? Like that's multi-generational homes. That's one of the benefits of it. Obviously, it's a little more stressful, but if you have your parents in and you have your kids, they also get to be around their grandparents and their grandkids. It keeps everyone wanting to like. Fellowship is huge. Community is huge. They get to teach things. The kids get to teach, parents and grandparents things. And it's just, I like it. It's just, there's a way to obviously make it work. It's like, be grandparents. Don't be my parents. Don't be parents to my kids and whatever. You have a lot of issues. I've done that. I've dealt with that. But yeah, 2 hours and 28 minutes. I have to edit out that one video where I couldn't talk. So I got to edit that part out. And so I'm going to go ahead and do some editing. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home after that. It's 1:30. I have to go to the post office to drop off some packages because you guys ordered some stuff. And then I got to start packing for the weekend because I got filming happening. And I am ready for the weekend. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. You guys are enjoying yourselves. But I got to get going. Yeah, Arizona time, huh? I got to get going. But I'll see you guys, I think let's see. One sec. Pause the music. What's next week? Yeah, I'll be here next week. The week after that, I might do an early stream or a Wednesday stream on the 18th or 19th because I will be on a vacation. But next week I'll be here. Okay, guys? I will see you guys later. Grab a donut.